Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Hello and welcome into Aikens Ford Arena from Athens, Georgia. My name's Devin Doback, the voice of the Breakers, along with you. He shoots, he scores! Score! A little less. There we go.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash and skates so flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
Officials tonight, the referees are Todd Greenberg and Michael Ellis, the linesman Chandler Martin and Gary Glassman. Brizgala versus Rahul Sharma. Here we go. We're underway from Breaker Bay. Don Heaven Veyu wins the race, no icing here. Gives it out to Carter Thornton, sent in front, they score! It's Lucchese. Brandon Lucchese's been on a hot streak. Hang on to that puck. Don Heaven got a touch. That's his first professional point, and the Breakers strike first once again at Breaker Bay. It's 1-0. Davidson sprinting ahead. He's got Veyu with him. Davidson into Veyu off the post. Don Heaven Veyu almost had a chance to puck that one. Good feed from Davidson, but just a little late. And the post robs him. Davidson, score! Darius Davidson with goals in 4 of his last 5. That one from the top of the circle to double the margin. And Biloxi makes it 2-0 early on here in period 1.
Your Breakers are on a walk-on power play.
Karchak towards the circle. Out to the point, Flanagan shooting one, tipped in front, the rebound, score! It's Trey Fisher. A shot from the point gives a Breaker-friendly rebound off the pad of Brizgalov. And Trey Fisher tucks home his 4th of the season. Breakers are back in front. It's 3-2. Fisher set to take the draw and wins it away from Sneath out to the point for Mullins. Mullins on over for Leonard, snap to Flanagan with room. Flanagan shooting one, save Brizgalov, the rebound, score! Lucas Pikarchak. Another shot with purpose from Declan Flanagan, kicks out perfectly to number 27. And the Breakers' active leading scorer adds to his point total with his 9th of the season. 21 total points for number 27. He's starting to get hot, and that's a good sign for Biloxi fans, seeing Pikarchak get going again. Spinelli trying to shoot it out of the zone. Leonard up ahead where Veyu reels it in. 3-on-2 brewing for Biloxi. Drop back for Lucchese. Lucchese in front, Thornton, score! Carter Thornton against his former team makes it 5. Here's one as we got a fight brewing. It's going to be Avery Smith and AJ Schlepp this time. They'll move over into the center ice zone and get a feel for one another. AJ Schlepp 6'8", 209. Avery Smith 6'3", 230. Another heavyweight tilt. And Schlepp connects first. A couple rights to the back of the head by Schlepp. Smith can't get free. Both helmets off now. Locked up for a moment. Schlepp has got the handcuffs on Smith. A couple rights, an uppercut from Schlepp. Smith can't get one off. Smith continuing to cover. Now a couple big lefts from Smith, holding his own, takes down A.J. Schlepp. Smith meets Brendan Spinelli on the near wall, now enters the zone. Smith, top of the key, turns it over. Here's Aldi Nerland. No one there with him. Nerland in all alone. Backhander scar! Aldi Nerland. Nerland with his first goal since December 6th. A big one to put the Breakers up 6-2. The first goal scored in the middle chapter. Ever so nonchalantly, he'll escort the puck out of the zone. Avoids a couple stick checks from Nerland, and Veyu now closing in. Lynn shoots the rebound, on goal again, and they score. It's TJ Sneath picking up the loose change and plotting it home. Topeka gets one back. It's 6-3. It's chipped up by Brizgalov off the glass. Lucchese back in pursuit down low. Now another loose puck. Veyu tripped up. Down low, they score! What a feed from Don Heaven. Veyu down to Carter Thornton. And once again, this line is clicking. Breakers tie their season high goal total at 7. And it's 7-3. Carter Thornton with a 2-goal night. Back into the hands of Avery Smith. Smith almost got popped by Carter Thornton, avoided that hit. Now Checo scores. Corey Checo with a catch and release bullet. Beats Sharma over the glove side, and it's 7-4 now. Topeka gets one back here in the third. Banks it over for Koash. Back into the corner for Sneath. Centering feed off of Sharma and in. Sharma can't believe it. One of those goals you don't see too often, maybe once a season, but just kicked off his pad through his wickets. And Topeka has pulled to within 2. Sending one in through Smith. Davidson then poking it out off the wall, a self-pass. He's got Royer with him in a 2-on-1. Saucer to Royer, backhand finish, score! Amy Royer with the answer. His first professional goal. The new season-high goal total of 8 for Biloxi, and it's 8-5. Amy Royer with a multi-point night in his debut provides the answer. And Biloxi has restored the lead to 3. And now another shot comes in from Koash. Wilson sending one in front, almost tipped home by Sneath. Thornton will hold the puck in the corner. Wilson looking to take a quick run at him, and that will do it. More pushing and shoving. Wilson involved there after the whistle. And the Breakers pick up their first win since December the 6th, taking down the Topeka Scarecrows tonight by a final score of 8-5 in front of the home crowd.
Ooh, is that Cher?
Nicki Minaj.
Lady Gaga.
Meghan Markle.
Shania Twain.
Ryan Gosling.
Brad Pitt.
Is that Spinner?
Matt Bowers.
Looks like David Beckham.
I don't know. The Floss Kid.
Who is that? I don't know. Keanu Reeves?
Is that like Nate back in high school or something like that? I don't know.
That's Garrett.
Garrett Johnson.
Devin Booker, I know that one.
Steph Curry.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Sydney Sweeney, all day.
Katy Perry.
Oh, what's her name? Megan Maroney or whatever?
Sabrina.
The guys are going to hate me for this that I can't remember her name. Sabrina Carpenter. That's who it is.
That's Flanny.
Declan Flanagan.
Declan Flanagan.
Oh my God. Declan Flanagan, number 7.
You're joking, right? That's me. That's the rock star himself right there.
Matt Damon.
Channing Tatum.
I don't know his name, but I know the show he's in. Devin Dobek.
It's not the Kid Leroy, but it looks like the Kid Leroy. What's it? Leonardo DiCaprio. That's it.
Saltburn guy.
It's Hockey Night live from Athens, Georgia. My name's Devin Dobek, the voice of the Breakers. Along with you, the Breakers and the Rocks Lobsters going at it for the first time this season. Without further ado, let's jump right in to our tale of the tape for these two teams. Athens, currently second in the Continental Division, a whopping record of 26-5-0 through their first 31 games. The Breakers, 6-23-1. Athens lost their last game against the PD Ice Cats. The Breakers have lost 3 in a row. That last win was in our pregame with the game recap against the Topeka Scarecrows. Athens 4.9 goals per game. The Breakers 3.3. A plus 58 goal differential for Athens. That's second in the division, only to the Monroe Moccasins. A minus 70 for Biloxi. On the power play, Athens 22.7%. Biloxi 18.5%. On the kill, Athens 80.9%, Biloxi 66%. The number 2 team in the Continental versus the number 7 team in the Continental. This will be meeting 1 of 2, and with the game being postponed tomorrow night due to the ice storm, these two teams will face off next Sunday at 4:05 EST. Let's take a look at our Matt Bowers Hyundai starting lineups while we have a moment here. For the Rock Lobsters, they go with their top unit of Jesse Lowell, Gleb Van Durken, and Eric Neely. Dustin Paralat and Brandon Walker make up the defensive pairing. Paralat returns after taking that scary hit about a month and a half ago out in Florence against the PD Ice Cats, one in which he was stretched off. Excited to see him back off the injured reserve list, and really happy that he's back in good health. Carter McPhail will be back in between the pipes after returning from loan with the Atlanta Gladiators of the ECHL. And then for the Breakers, they make one change from the last time they had a starting lineup. Kyle Heitzner and Lucas Pikarczyk will be the wings around Ross Bartlett, making his Breakers debut here tonight. The former Mississippi Seawolf, traded from the Baton Rouge Zydeco here for Curtis Hanson and Don Carter Jr. He will be centering that top line. Declan Flanagan and Lair Patakin make up the defensive pairing with Rahul Sharma in between the pipes. Our goalie matchup looks like this. Carter McPhail needs no introduction, leads the league in shutouts with 3. Second in league save percentage with a .934. He has a record of 12-2-0 and a 2.55 goals against average. Sharma 1-3-0 with an .895 and a 5.25. We're going to kick it down for our anthem and be back for the Rock Lobsters and the Breakers right after this. The tank is ready to go, and we are too here on Breakers TV. Hello and welcome everybody into our telecast. My name's Devin Dobek along with you, whether you're joining us on YouTube at Biloxi Breakers FPHL on Breakers TV, or if you're in the car, wherever you may be at on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi, welcome into our broadcast. Happy to be along with you. Rock Lobsters and Breakers going at it for the first of 2 matchups. As I alluded to, Tomorrow night's matchup has been postponed to next Sunday at 4:05, so the Breakers will play the Columbus River Dragons out in Georgia on Friday and Saturday, and then travel about 2.5 hours to Athens to close out their season series with the Rock Lobsters at 4:05 EST coming up next Sunday. But for now, Trey Fisher, Carter Shinkarik out to take the ceremonial face-off. Looks like we're bringing out a former Dallas Maverick, so it appeared. pretty cool as the captains shake hands, and we will get ready for puck drop. Looks like someone else has just made their way out. Trey Fisher looks a little confused down in the corner as to whatever's going on, and here we go. Rock Lobsters, Breakers, going at it in the tank. Good crowd tonight. Athens just broke their attendance record a couple weeks ago with 5,800 plus. There wasn't a seat left in the building. Tonight, a little thinner. And of course, everybody taking action with the ice storm headed tomorrow. I've heard in the south, whenever there's any sort of wintry mix or precipitation, things start to go a little haywire. But being from Massachusetts, I'm a little used to the elements, but we will see what happens here. All UGA students have been instructed to return home if they can before the ice storm's expected to hit around 1 o'clock tomorrow. And as a result, tomorrow's FPHL matchup has been canceled. Ross Bartlett and Gleb Van Durken on the opening draw. Excited for what should be a fun one coming up in the tank. Quick little last second conversation between the officials before we get ready to go underway here. Bartlett and Van Durken. And we are underway from the tank in Athens. Declan Flanagan controls the opening face-off back in his own end. Patakin snaps one up ahead to Lucas Pikarchak. Over the blue line, he'll dump it in to go chase himself. First one there is Kyle Heitzner. Gordie Howe hat-trick in his debut last Friday. Bartlett has the pass deflect up, and it'll pinball out of the zone. Athens back in possession. Here's Dustin Parolat, who was a breaker for about as short a time as you can be before he was dealt to the Athens Rock Lobsters for the rights to Jordan Rosenbaum, who's since gone on to the SPHL. Here's Pikarchak, wheeling his way around through the neutral zone. He'll dump it in and go out for a chase. 19:20 to go here, period number 1. No score from Athens. In the middle, Davidson on goal, just missed the net. McPhail wasn't ready for the shot. Looked a little uncomfortable trying to make that save. Sent back around. Brandon Walker holding on to it. Sporting number 22 for the Rock Lobsters. Parolat D2D back to Walker. Here's Garrett Milan, former St. Cloud State product in the NCAA Division I tier. He winds one down low. Glukaryov, premier power forward in the FPHL. Wraparound. Sharma's there to slam the back door shut. Shinkarik just inside the blue line has his shot deflect down, and it'll be wrapped around and in. Glukaryev deflects one on goal. Rahul Sharma is able to make the save, and with 18:33 to go, we'll have our first whistle of the hockey game. Still no score in Athens. It's our Republic Finance first period. Appreciate everybody waiting for the delay as puck drop was moved a little bit back. There was a UGA Ice Dogs ACHA game prior that had to be pushed back for one reason or another. They were playing Niagara, and Niagara won about 6-1, but it wrapped up around 6:15, and with a 7 o'clock puck drop here, it made things a little bit interesting, and they had to push it back a little bit. Puck is dumped in deep. Sharma will throw the trapper on that and get another whistle with 18:19 to go. Two of the biggest heavyweights in the Continental Division not featured in this game tonight. Of course, AJ Schlepp earning his 5th suspension of the season. He leads the league in penalty minutes now with 167 on his campaign, but he was given a 2-game suspension and will not be here for the game, as well as the next Friday game against Columbus. Kyle Powell out of the lineup as well for Athens, a healthy scratch. Up ahead, Charbonneau, the grinder line out there for Charlie Penn's group. Jack Johansson backhanding one over to his D partner. Now here comes Malik Johnson. Just finished up his time with the Allen Americans, playing for the former Rock Lobsters head coach Steve Martinson up in the ECHL. Now comes back to Athens where his rights were held. Lucchese takes a funky bounce off the wall and banks it back out to center. As Joe Mack will touch up, we get a whistle, and the indication, Joe Mack still pleading his case with the linesman. Tonight's referees, Ken Radolinski and Brian Cole, with the linesmen Venance Lorenz and Alex Cole. It'll be a face-off at the dot just in front of the breaker bench out in the neutral zone. And it's won cleanly by Joe Mack. Out to Malik Johnson, who will shoot it in deep. Sharma will throw his glove on that one and take another whistle. Boos rain in from everybody inside Aikens Ford Arena. They're sick of this low-tempo style of game with a lot of whistles. Sloppy start for both sides here. Shots on goal, 3-0 in favor of the Rock Lobsters early on. They've lost just 5 games this season, 2 against PD, 1 against Binghamton, 1 against Monroe. And also 1 against the Columbus River Dragons, who had their number last season. Back underway, here's Paralat, D-to-D for Brandon Walker. Up ahead, it's cut off by Heitzner. Out to Bartlett. Bartlett drops it to Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk skating back towards the point. Sent down into the corner. Heitzner into Gretzky's office for Bartlett on goal. The indication is no goal. McPhail didn't know which side to turn to, and Bartlett had a good chance for his first as a breaker on the doorstep, but he is denied. We stay scoreless with 17-16 to go. Ross Bartlett, a premier offensive weapon for the Breakers. After his trade acquisition, now centering that top line with Pikarczyk and Heitzner. Excited to see how he blends in with those two. Of course, has played with both of them before. Played with Pikarczyk with the Mississippi Seawolves last season, and Kyle Heitzner with the Watertown Wolves earlier on in 2024. So guys he knows how to play with. Let's see how he does centering both of them. As it's a clean win by Gleb Van Durken, former Danbury hat-trick acquired by Athens in the offseason. What a trade that's panned out to be. 39 points for Van Durken, over a point a game. Couple quick shovels on goal. McPhail holds the post to make the save. Now Athens will begin their pursuit back the other way. Over to the near side, Shinkarik. Out to center, where it goes off the stick of Eric Neely, and back in Athens' direction, a turnover. Here's Neely protecting the puck, gliding to the goal. Now hits the brakes, looking for a bumper pass, and Breakers had the lane clogged up pretty good. Davidson's able to force it out with Shinkarik guarding the blue line. They will rule it an icing, and with 16:37 to go, the draw will return to Rahul Sharma's end of things. Well, Sharma's workload's been quite a lot since landing here in Biloxi. 204 saves for Rahul Sharma in his first 4 starts, set a new career high with 57 saves in the 9-3 loss against Monroe last week. But got a win in his debut against the Topeka Scarecrows, was in goal for that 8-5 win, and has had the net ever since his arrival, especially with the absence of Anton Borodkin on the injured reserve list. Wishing Anton a speedy recovery, as he was really starting to get into midseason form and become the guy before going down on a Boston Bird net drive. That led to an injury. Milan on goal. Sharma, glove save. Made it look flashy, and once again we stay scoreless. 16:26 to go. Shots are 4-2 Rock Lobsters. There's Kaysen Gallant. He recently returned from the injured reserve list as well. Had the most goals in the FPHL last season. Was a huge piece of the offense for Steve Martinson's group. A season that they certainly wished had gone farther, losing to Columbus in the first round. A drive from the point by Shinkarik goes just wide. Milan goes down, barking at the referee for a call, won't get it. Trey Fisher up ahead looking for Davidson. Shinkarik blew a tire for a moment, now winds it back ahead. Gallant, somehow Milan stays onside. Glukaryov shooting one, deflected down into the end wall. Christo putting in work down in the corner. Milan tried to feather one through to the slot, and it's banged out by Fisher. He takes a big hit from Garrett Milan, the assistant captain for the Athens Rock Lobsters and defending FPHL MVP. Milan looking for Shinkarik near side. It's cut off. Glukaryov down in the corner. Fisher picks his pocket. Goes off the side of the cage. Glukaryov looking to center again. It's cut off, and Amy Royer will shoot it down for an icing. Goes just by the right post of Carter McPhail. And once again, the draw will come back to Biloxi's end of things. Well, for the Athens Rock Lobsters last weekend, they split with the PD Ice Cats on January 16th, a 4-3 win. McPhail 39 saves in that one. Van Durken had a pair of goals. Shinkarik a goal and an assist Then the ensuing night, a 5-1 loss. Parker Rutherford making his PD Ice Cats debut, and he was exceptional. 29 saves on 30 shots as Sharma gets another quick whistle. The fans are really letting him hear it, but you can't certainly blame him for covering it. No sense in releasing it, not like you're playing NHL the video game right now and trying to speed pace a play. Lucchese line, Cowboys over the boards. Lucchese, what a heater he's been on. 7 points in his last 7. Both him and Thornton match that statistic. Brendan Spinelli down hard into the corner, picks the pocket of Malik Johnson. Spinelli through the trapezoid behind the goal. Bangs it back out to center. Virgili touched it, and that will be an offside with 15:21 to go. All kinds of ping pong back and forth between these two teams early on. Still no penalty minutes for either side, 0-0. 21 seconds away from a whistle that will open up immediate timeout. The only goal thus far tonight has belonged to the PD Ice Cats. They lead at 1-0 over the Binghamton Black Bears in period 1 out in New York. Brandon Lucchese and Joe Mack to take the ensuing draw. Lucchese wins it back to Spinelli. D-to-D for Mullins. Deflected off of Don Heaven Veyu, rocking number 42 tonight for the Breakers. Malik Johnson collects a turnover out of his own end through center. On ahead for Virgili. Drop pass. Walking in, they shoot. Sharma save while being taken out. The whistle blows, and do they get Malik Johnson for goaltender interference? Brendan Spinelli looks like he will be escorted to the box. Spinelli not happy at all, but he will go serve the penalty, and Athens will be the first team to go a man up. They have had the most power play opportunities in the Continental Division, and as a result, the most power play goals in the division. 33 for Athens this season. So we'll see what the official indication is from the officials, but so far it's Spinelli given the only call for 2 minutes. Spinelli, not a guy who takes a lot of minor penalties, typically just goes for fighting. Did not see exactly what happened there, but there was certainly some chaos away from the play outside the net front. And so it'll be a Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kill, the first one of the evening here in our Republic Finance first period. Over to the far side wall, Glukariev. Back on over for Devin Maye. Now Glukariev, high slot down to the far circle for Van Durken. Now quick shot into the glove of Rahul Sharma and held. That will take us into our first media timeout. Still no score from Athens. Rock Lobsters coming back on the power play when we return.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
.42 to go here, period 1. No score between the Rock Lobsters and the Breakers in their first of 2 meetings this season. Athens currently sits a couple points outside of first place behind the Monroe Moccasins. Monroe has won 16 in a row. They've been on a tear. As linesman, quick little delay here, but ironically enough, Athens has taken 5 of 6 from the Monroe Moccasins this season. Out at the point, clean win. Out to Maye.
for Glukaryov. He'll skate top of the key, drop one off to Gleb Van Durken. Over to the near side wall, down low into the corner for Neely. Neely down low for Van Durken, was deflected by Flanagan, now comes back out to Neely. He goes towards the point, Van Durken in tight, backhander, goes just by the near side post. Van Durken still in control of the puck, sends it out to the point, Maye down low, looking for a quick pass, Glukaryov, quick reactionary save by Sharma with Lowell in tight, then Glukaryov another one from the bumper spot, and Sharma continues to make some big saves. Christo and Lowell collide down just outside the net front. Now here's Van Durken to the point once more. Van Durken winds up and lets it fly. It goes wide on the deflection. Neely now in control. In front, Sharma, another big save at the shot at the 5-hole by Glukaryov. Now down low, slammed on goal by Maia. Flanagan has the rebound and will shoot it the full distance so his team can get it clear. Rahul Sharma keeping his team in it early. We're still scoreless. Another 35 seconds to go in the Spinelli minor. Drop pass from Shinkarik. Out to Luke Croucher. Croucher down low, the rookie gives it away. Now coming in tight is Mack, down in the goal. Another big save by Sharma. Down on all fours, Rahul Sharma holds the wall. Up ahead to Carter Thornton, shorthanded. Thornton creating some space, gets bumped by Shinkarik and goes down. Carter Thornton, the only shorthanded goal in franchise history. Virgili on over to the near side to Croucher. Centering pass. Milan couldn't find a shot. And the Breakers are back to full strength. Raven and Rose tattoo penalty kills 1 for 1. As Lair Patakin will shoot one perfectly down on Carter McPhail, who snaps it up ahead into the neutral zone for Virgili. Touched ahead for Milan. Virgili closed off into the wall by Ross Bartlett. Down low below the end line, Shinkarik looked for a backdoor feed. Virgili couldn't catch up to it, and it's sent back towards McPhail once more. Shots are 8-4 in favor of the Rock Lobsters. 12.5 minutes to go, period 1. Rock Lobsters will take a moment to reset. Now with speed, here's the captain, Shinkarik, over to the near side for Jesse Lowell. On over in front, a quick shot. As he got it back to his forehand was Eric Neely. And Sharma once again comes up big. Mullins shoved off the puck by Neely. Neely back out to center. Gallant on goal, they score. Welcome back to Athens. Casey Gallant picks up the loose change outside the slot area and finds the 5-hole of Rahul Sharma. Rock Lobsters 1, Breakers 0 with 12:02 remaining in period number 1. Well, it was only a matter of time before Athens was going to be rewarded for their efforts in the offensive zone. You see Sharma make a couple initial saves, and then Gallant waiting out, able to kick it to his forehand, find the 5-hole of a sliding Sharma from right to left, and the Rock Lobsters open up the scoring here just about 8 minutes in. The Fisher line comes out with Royer and Davidson. Back underway here in Athens. Paralat D2D for Brandon Walker. Touched up ahead for Lowell. The Sharma taunts beginning early here in Athens. Paralat near point. Goes to the top of the key. His shot blocked by Davidson. Now banged back down low. Picked up by Jesse Lowell. Lowell for Paralat, who's one-timer. Finds Gallant again. Gallant looking to center for Neely. Neely on goal. Big right pad save by Sharma. Out at the point, kept in by Walker. Down low to Connor Mullins. Mullins turns it over to Eric Neely. Neely's centering pass bleeds through to Trey Fisher. Flipped up ahead. Amy Royer was looking for it, but it hits the Jumbotron, and we'll get a whistle with 11:19 left to go. That's unfortunate. It was almost a Hail Mary football-style pass from Trey Fisher looking for a streaking Royer. And that one thwarted by the video board here inside the beautiful Aikens Ford Arena. Finished building last season. Athens played their inaugural game in December of last year. And they really have found a great market for hockey here in the FPHL. Joe Mack and Brandon Lucchese take the draw. It's tied up and eventually controlled by Flanagan. Flanagan off the wall, banks it out to the point, glove down and sent in by Maye. Over to the far side, Charbonneau. Stick checking with Virgili out at the point. D2D pass for Maye once more. Maye with Veilleux closing in. Gets it on for Johansson. Down to Johnson, far circle. Johnson below the end line now. Gives it to Patakin, and we're going to have a call coming. And it's going to be Malik Johnson heading off to the box for 2 minutes with 10:52 to go here in period number 1. So the Breakers will head to their first walk-ons power play. We'll see if they can capitalize here. Malik Johnson, a guy who is no stranger to the sin bin, has over 100 penalty minutes in only 55 games played in the FPHL. As we're back underway with the walk-ons power play. Hello to all our friends watching at walk-ons in D'Iberville as well, our official watch party spot. And a thank you to everybody who came out for the meet and greet last Wednesday night. As Lair Patakin wins the foot race against Croucher to win the puck battle. On over to Darius Davidson. He will dump it in just as he crosses the blue line. Bartlett in pursuit. It gets through to Heitzner. Patakin bumps it back to Heitzner, and it's sent out to center where Davidson guides it for Lair Patakin. Quickly at the blue line, Pikarczyk right back to work. Pikarczyk driving to the goal, had his pocket picked, and it sent the full 200 feet again. Rahul Sharma will slow it down. Patakin collects. Shots 14-4. Rock Lobsters here early on at the tank. Patakin out to Fisher just inside the blue line. He winds around and now will begin the pursuit the other way. Jesse Lowell bumps him into the glass, and once again it's sent back out to center off the foot of Flanagan, picked back up by Davidson, who's run into the wall by Lowell. Up ahead to Fisher. Fisher couldn't dump it in. Gets it back and finds Charbonneau in the neutral zone. Out to Carter Thornton, reverse the hit, got the puck to Charbonneau. Charbonneau looking to center for Lucchese, and it was broken up. Now out at the point, Flanagan, catch and release. It goes well wide. Carter Thornton saucering one for Flanagan. Are we going to get another call here? And it'll be immediate timeout. We will take it 1-0 Athens here with 9:25 left in period 1. We'll be back in a splash.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
.25 to go period 1. Another 33 seconds on the minor to Malik Johnson for slashing. Lucchese out there with the second power play unit, and it's tied up. Fisher bangs it back for Thornton, who gives it away to Athens. 4-on-5 pursuit back the other way. Maye to the middle, winding around. Quick shot, they score. Shorthanded goal for Eric Neely. Collecting the feed right in the high slot, crossed up Rahul Sharma and beat him over the blocker's side. Athens, short-handed, doubles the margin. It's 2-0. Rock Lobsters with their 8th short-handed goal of the season, thanks to Mateen, the voice of the Rock Lobsters, for pulling that stat. But you see the quick shot from Eric Neely, the longtime ECHL vet. Was the captain of the Atlanta Gladiators nearby in the capital city last season, and now joins the Athens Rock Lobsters, and the rest is history, picking up his 40th point of the season with that goal shorthanded. Inside 9 minutes to go. Here's Fabian Leonard, a collision on the near side with Van Durken, who then takes him down. Van Durken and Leonard continue to battle, comes down into the corner. Dimitris Christo will send it around to Leonard. Leonard gives it away to Walker, back over into the skates of Leonard. He will try and guide it out. Another giveaway, Walker for Gallant. He shoots. Blocker save Sharma. Christo bangs Gallant into the corner wall. Ross Bartlett helping, applying some pressure down in the corner. Wins it out. Glukariev in front. Van Durken backhander score. Gleb Van Durken makes it 3. A turnover out of the near side corner. Bleeds through, and once again, nobody out to clear the blue paint for Rahul Sharma. And Patience wins the battle this time. Van Durken makes it 3-0 with 8:26 to go in period number 1. Well, you knew Athens was a strong team, but 17 shots already through the opening 11:34. I mean, Sharma just can't catch a break. He's made so many tremendous saves here early on, but a couple bad bounces have just really made this thing difficult. Plenty of work to do for Charlie Penn's group here. Still plenty of time in regulation, another 48 minutes. The Sharma taunts get louder here inside Aikens Ford Arena. Connor Mullins gives it away to Malik Johnson. Virgili had his pass deflected by Veyu. Nice move at the blue line by Perlat, walking in and shooting, and Sharma's there to make the save. With 8:06 to go. Athens all over the score sheet here early on. Let's walk you through the quick summary. First goal at 7:58, Gallant from Eric Neely. Then at 10:42, shorthanded Neely from Maye and Lowell. And then at 11:33, Van Durken from Glukariev and Gallant. So Athens with 3 goals in a 4-minute span. Never a fun statistic for the visitors. Joe Mack below the end line, sends it down low. Lucchese cuts it off before it got to Johnson. On the far wall, Johnson, quick little pirouette, but turned it over to Spinelli. 3-on-2 developing for the Breakers. Out to Veyu. Don Heaven Veyu shooting one, and it goes wide on the near side of Carter McPhail all the way around to the point, and Johnson will casually guide it back out to center and shoot it in. Connor Mullins sweeping one to the far wall. Veyu up ahead to Charbonneau. Brandon Lucchese in pursuit on the forecheck. Rock Lobsters snap it around him and dump it deep. Milan wins the race against Spinelli, ties up his stick, pins him into the end wall. Spinelli continuing to battle. Croucher comes in on the forecheck, and it'll be played out by Connor Mullins, and they will rule an icing here with 7 minutes and 13 seconds to go, period 1. Not an ideal start for the Breakers. Shots are 18-4 in favor of the Rock Lobsters. The zone time has been all down at the end here. I'm stationed about in line with Rahul Sharma, if that helps people create a perspective. So, yeah, it's been a great view for the majority of the game, but certainly would like to try and strain my eyes down the other end. Connor Mullins from below the end line. Up ahead looking for Veyu. It's kept in for a moment, then they roll offside. Draw comes to the dot outside the blue line. 7:02 to go, still 3-0 Athens. Athens is just a strong, complete team led by Garrett Rutledge, the 22-23 Coach of the Year with the Carolina Thunderbirds in the FPHL. Now comes here to Athens after a few years away from the league and has them headed in the right direction. 26-5-0, looking for win number 27 here tonight before the ice storm. Davidson has it bang around in his boots and now is able to tap it out to center. Up ahead to Royer, receives it on the backhand. Royer pinching down low, locked up with Johansson, sending one looking for Flanagan, and another quick whistle comes in. 6:43 to go in period number 1. Rock Lobsters still with a 3-goal lead. But a couple trades went down this week. Of course, Yaroyev Dokimov being moved for Matt Stoya and future considerations. Ross Bartlett comes in for Hansen and Don Carter. All kinds of turnover. Only 8 players remaining from training camp roster all the way back in October. As Bartlett off the face-off, got a shot away. And McPhail holds the wall. But a couple of them not even playing. Of course, Declan Conway's been out since December 12th. The top scorer on the team to this day, a guy who they could certainly use and open to have him back. Flanagan. And Heitzner converge on Van Durken. He somehow is able to create some space out of the corner, send it up to the point, and Paralat will shoot it down deep. Bartlett up ahead to Kyle Heitzner. Heitzner finds it back to Bartlett. Breakers in full speed the other way. Shot blocked by Paralat, and now in stride back the other way. Here's Eric Neely. He'll go 1-on-2. Neely toe dragging to his backhand. Flanagan's able to break up the play with a good stick. Bartlett off the stick of Heitzner, able to get it out to center. Carter Shinkarik, former forward and defenseman of the year in the FPHL in different seasons respectively, but a guy who's dominated the FPHL and second-year captain of this Rock Lobsters squad. Bartlett was calling for the feed that time. Looked like Veilleux didn't see him, and Athens is able to bust it out of the zone the other way. Johnson just barely able to drag the foot, stay onside. Centering pass, Virgili was crashing the net. Shinkarik having to recollect out the other way. Here's Carter McPhail. Spanking one back out to center. Christo to the far side. Veilleux off the wall, reels it in. Shinkarik lost his stick, looking for the poke check. And as he retrieves his stick, he's able to play the puck, and now Athens will charge the other way. Virgili down below the end line, all the way around Sharma. Centers one all the way through to Malik Johnson. Johnson on over for a quick shot by Mack that's offline. Veilleux collides with Johnson. Another shot comes in. Virgili deflected it, banging it, looking to go on goal. Johnson missed the empty net, sent in front again. Sharma almost banked it out. All kinds of chaos. Johnson with two good cracks to try and light the lamp, and still it remains a 3-0 game. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in period number one. A Republic Finance first period. Spinelli gives it away to Milan. Milan down in the corner. Spinelli shoves him into the wall. Sharma down in the dirty bird with Gallant looking to go over the glove side. Milan couldn't play it off the apron. Lucchese forces a turnover, and now Milan back with it in the offensive zone. Escorts it to Glukaryov. Quick bank pass for Maye. Glukaryov now down low for Milan. Milan winding up to the point. Lucchese gives him a quick bump. Spinelli and Gallant battling in the corner. Davidson will flip it ahead to center, cut off by Jack Johansson. Davidson, body check on Johansson. Spinelli using patience, flutters it over to Trey Fisher. Fisher winding back around the end line. Will now begin the charge the other way. Gallant tied up his stick. It's a turnover. Staying onside. Glukariev just missed with the shot. Other way, Kaysen Gallant down low for Garrett Milan. Sent back out to the far point for Walker. Walker taps it for Glukariev. Back out to Walker at the point. Near side circle, Paralat. Far circle, Glukariev shooting one. Rebound, and Fisher is able to skate it out. Shots 22 for Athens. Paralat above the circle. Sends it to the far side. Glukariev with it. Looking in the middle for Paralat. Cut off by Milan. Back to Paralat down in the far corner. Paralat out to the point. Can't be kept in by Brandon Walker. And Athens and Biloxi will both get a full change with the tag up being needed. Closing in on 2.5 minutes to go. Stretch pass ahead for Pikarczyk. Had a little trouble on the handle. Bartlett locked up with Croucher. Banged back up ahead for Lowell. Lowell, a net drive. Ran over Sharma with his leg, and inadvertently now on goal by Shinkarik down to a knee. Sharma trying to recover his stick in front. Quick shot goes wide. From the far wing, now out at the point again. Being held, catch and release. Sharma is able to inhale that one, and with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go, we get another whistle and a face-off. Breakers playing on their heels here early on. It's been a tough go, but still plenty of time. 2:09 to go. We'll be back in a splash.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Come see us today at our brand new showroom just off Lorraine Road, north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Nothing Rock Lobsters as we return to period one coverage here on Breakers TV. Shots on goal have been lopsided, 23-4 in favor of Athens. Taking it to the Breakers early on here. Rahul Sharma has already made 20 saves. It's amazing, 224 saves he's made in 13 periods as a Biloxi Breaker. He returns to his crease. Heitzner and Van Durken on the draw. It's won cleanly by Heitzner. Flanagan on his backhand plays it around the wall for Thornton. Heitzner banging one back out to the point, sent down low. Gloved by Flanagan, trying to catch up to it. No hand pass, says the official. Heitzner slaps the puck for Patakin. Patakin, quick little deke move in his own end, then sends it back around. Might have caught the helmet of Pikarczyk, but taken to the tape of Thornton, looking for a give and go with Heitzner, and Heitzner looked a little handcuffed on the pass. Could have been a good opportunity for the Breakers. Pikarczyk at the blue line, can't reel it in. Snapped over to the far side. Glukariev sending one down in front, looking for Croucher. Near corner now, it's Lair Patakin lifting it out to center. Pikarczyk couldn't locate the puck in between his skates. It's turned over to the Rock Lobsters. Van Durken dropping one off, and now here comes Maillet. Maillet wheeling through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Fabian Leonard forces a turnover and will wind behind Sharma to begin the charge the other way. Johnson, strong forecheck, wins a puck battle. Joe Mack tries to go high and tight. Saved by Sharma. Christo run into the wall by Johnson. Thornton looking to lock up with Maillet. Maillet pleading for no penalty along with Thornton as the two separate. Virgili hit hard by Fabian Leonard down into the end wall. Out at the point, Mack, D-to-D for Johansson. On to Johnson, his quick shot deflected off of Royer down below the end line. Leonard up ahead to Royer. Backhand paddles it out to center. And it comes back for Demetrius Christo. Johnson wins a puck battle, sent in front. Virgili collides into Sharma. Sharma down on a knee, can't even get up and has to make a save. And with another 15 seconds to go, everybody gets untangled, and we'll have an offensive zone draw coming for the Rock Lobsters. Rahul Sharma is taking a moment to repair one of his pads. Looks like his right pad was taken off in the collision. Shots are 24-4 in favor of the Rock Lobsters. That number has cooled off over the last 5 minutes. But still all kinds of possession in zone time for this solid and deep Athens group. Lucchese, Charbonneau, and Veilleux the forward line, with Spinelli and Mullins out there for the boys in white. Athens counters with Paralat, Gallant, Mealy, Milan, and Van Durken. Beautiful venue for hockey. I mean, you can just smell it. Smells brand new. Everything is first class here inside Aikens Ford Arena. Of course, was finished production last season, as I mentioned, in December, nicknamed the Tank. And they can hold about 5,800 roaring Lobsters fans who are ready to rock at all times. Even with the impending snowstorm on tap, Lucchese wins the defensive zone draw. Mullins looking to corral it in his skates. Comes out to the point. Big drive comes in. Pops up in the air And down low, Neely, back over to Van Durken. Van Durken hit by Lucchese, still in possession of the puck. Down low, Milan in front, steered away by Sharma, and the clock will almost hit 0-0. We're going to have a whistle, and I believe that will do it for period number 1. The Breakers on their heels, outshot 24-4 through 20 minutes. We had our Breaker Banner episode canceled this week, so we're going to hear from Brendan Spinelli once again here on this week of the Intermission. We'll take a break, update you with our Around the League scores, and be back for period 2 and 18 short minutes right here on Breakers TV. Welcome back into Breaker Banter. My name's Devin Dobeck, live from the Hard Rock Cafe here in Biloxi. I'm joined by Brendan Spinelli, the rookie defenseman for the Breakers. Brendan, welcome to the show. Happy to have you with us.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Dev.
Well, Brendan, a Massachusetts native in your own right. We're both from the same neck of the woods up in Massachusetts, so pretty cool to be down south here together. But take us through your hockey journey growing up in Canton.
My hockey journey growing up in Canton. So I played Canton youth most of my life. And that was a blast. I still talk to a lot of those kids today that I played with growing up. And I played a little bit at the Boston Advantage, too, when they were in Hingham. Now they have their own stuff going on, but I was lucky enough to play there when they were in Hingham. And that was a blast, too. So, yeah.
Did you have a favorite team growing up? I'm sure it must be the Bruins. Maybe a favorite player as well that goes with that?
Got a lot of favorite players. My favorite player growing up was probably Torrey Krug. Because growing up, I was so small. Growing up, and he was a smaller guy, and I really looked up to him. I thought he was the man, and yeah, he was definitely my favorite player growing up for sure.
There's a stereotype associated with Massachusetts, and that's there's street hockey publicly on every corner down towards the Boston area. Can you confirm or deny the rumor, and did you ever have the chance to participate up there?
It's all true.
It's all true.
All of it's true. All of it's true. We had a rink in my hometown, a roller rink called the Kevin T. Much roller rink, and all my buddies, we would play there after school. It was literally at our middle school, so we would go there. We'd bring our rollerblades to school and play there after school, and we'd just be there for hours, just hours, until it was dark out, and then we go home. It was a blast.
You have a younger brother and sister as well. What was it like growing up in your athletic journey with them? Were there competitive relationships between you and the two of them, or was it always pretty friendly?
It was always friendly, but there was definitely a little competitiveness with my brother growing up, just because we were, he's only like a year and a half younger than me, so we were on some of the same teams growing up. So there was definitely a little competitiveness there, and he definitely helped me get to where I am today with that. And my sister, too. My sister plays lacrosse at St. Anthem College. So, yeah, they both done really well for themselves, and I'm lucky to have them.
Athletics definitely run in your family. Your father is a decorated hockey coach at Xaverian High School. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong.
Xaverian, you're good.
What things has he taught you along the way, being a coach himself?
Right, he's taught me everything I know. Honestly, like I wouldn't be here without him. I've had a lot of great coaches growing up. I've been very fortunate, but without him, I don't know where I'd be. He's taught me so much. He's taught me how to deal with adversity, just being a man, and yeah, everything about hockey and life. I don't know where I'd be without him. He just got to 300 wins a few weeks ago, so I mean he's done pretty well for himself, and I'm happy for him.
Congratulations to Mr. Spinelli there, but let's not leave Mom out. I know that you had a great surprise last week for your parents. You went home for just a couple days to celebrate Christmas with your family, and I know that it was a surprise to your mom and some of your other relatives, so what did it mean to spend the holiday with them, and what was her reaction to see you home and not in Mississippi?
It was great. She was definitely surprised for sure. I flew in pretty late, so she was in bed. But we woke her up, and she was definitely surprised, to say the least. And I think she's the only person in my immediate family that I didn't tell, just because I wanted to mess with her. And I surprised my grandma too. And I saw a bunch of my cousins on Christmas Eve. I didn't tell them either, just because I like messing with people. I just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, that was definitely a nice surprise. I was lucky enough to get to go home. Penner was nice enough to let me fly home and come back on Christmas Day, so I was definitely lucky to go home. I'm sure it was nice to see your family too.
Yeah, it was good to go home. Got to go home, see my family for a couple days, get back on the slopes for the first time in a couple years, which is what I spent most of my childhood doing, so I really enjoyed it. But sticking with you here, Mr. Spinner, growing up, were you all in on hockey, or were there some other interests? I know you're a big lacrosse guy as well, so talk to us about kind of some of the other things outside of hockey that you did growing up.
Yeah, I played hockey, lacrosse, and baseball growing up, and when I got to high school, I had to pick between baseball and lacrosse, and it was pretty much a coin flip, and I picked lacrosse, and I was lucky enough to play lacrosse in college too. And yeah, I mean, hockey and lacrosse were big for me growing up. Met a lot of great people playing those sports. And yeah, I mean, college lacrosse is probably one of my favorite sports to watch in general, other than hockey. I think lacrosse is such an underrated sport. It's a growing sport, and it's getting more popular every year. There's box, there's outdoors. It's just so much stuff going on with it. So I'm excited to see where it goes. And yeah, I'd say lacrosse, other than hockey, lacrosse was definitely a big part of my life.
You attended Blue Hills Regional Tech for 4 years, ultimately being cut out of your senior season due to the coronavirus. But how was your experience in high school attending at Blue Hills? Was it here that you realized you wanted to further playing hockey, or was it something you knew before then, or did it come together in college?
I'd say it started off, I just wanted to go to a high school that if I wasn't going to play sports, where would I want to be at school? Like, where would I be happiest at school? And Blue Hills was definitely that. I was able to study criminal justice there. I got to do an internship with the local police department my senior year of high school. That was really cool. And yeah, I learned a lot going to school there through criminal justice and other aspects as well. Yeah, these tech schools are gems, hidden gems. I was very lucky to go there.
So after your time at Blue Hills, you decide to go to Vermont Academy for a post-grad year and spend a season there. What did you pull out of this extra step? How did it propel your career to take this extra year and go back to school?
Yeah, it was a blast. Vermont Academy was so much fun. It definitely taught me how to live on my own. It was my first time living on my own. It was during COVID, so I remember we were just locked on campus. And luckily it was in person too. I know a lot of prep schools that year were online, and that definitely would have been, not the experience I wanted. But I was able to be in person classes, and it taught me how to live on my own. I played hockey and lacrosse there too. I still talk to some of the kids I went there with today. That was one of the best years of my life, going to Vermont Academy.
So we're flashing forward now to 2022, which is when you decided to attend Franklin Pierce University. What went into the decision to attend Franklin Pierce? Are you happy that that's the school you chose?
Absolutely. I had so much fun there. I know a couple of my friends went there, and that's how it kind of got on my radar. And I was always interested in it because I knew they had a good criminal justice program, and I had a couple of friends that went there. They only had good things to say about it. And I went up and visited the campus, and I fell in love immediately. And those are definitely the best years of my life. I know I said Vermont was, but I met so many great people there. And
you're a pretty good vibes guy too, though, Brendan. You definitely have a lot of favorites, I would say.
I do. I love everyone. I love everything. I love all the schools I went to. I can't complain. I mean, I had such a great time. I mean, Franklin Pierce. I'm so fortunate to have the experience I had in high school, college. And yeah, Franklin Pierce was a blast.
All right, you loved it so much. Who was Franklin Pierce?
Franklin Pierce was the president of the United States. I don't know what president, but I know he was the president of the United States.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores. That's a good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash, the skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
And we welcome you back ahead of period number 2. We get ready to jump into our Aaron's second period. My name's Devin Dobeck, the voice of the Breakers, along with you. Let's jump into our intermission summary real quickly for you. Athens with a 3-0 lead. Gallant scored at 7:58, his 12th of the season. Then at 10:42, shorthanded, Eric Neely pots his 16th, 11:33. Just less than a minute later, Gleb Van Durken closing out a run of 3 goals in 4 minutes with his 16 of the year. Carter McPhail stopped all 4 shots he faced. Rahul Sharma with 21 saves in the opening 20. The intermission numbers look like this: 3-0, as we mentioned, Athens. Rock Lobsters outshoot the Breakers 24-4. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Each has taken a minor penalty. As the teams have taken the ice, the lights are on, and we're ready to go here for our Aaron's second period. Appreciate everybody tuning back into our coverage here on Breakers TV. Still plenty of time to make something happen if you're Charlie Penn's. 40 minutes of hockey, you don't know. Athens might have gotten a little comfortable in the room, and we'll see what's in store here heading into the middle chapter. Trying to load up our clock and make sure we're all square up there for you. All right, 20 more miles on the clock. Breakers will head from my right down to the left. Athens from left to right. Ross Bartlett and Gleb Van Durken, the same way we started is how we continue period 2, and Athens wins the ensuing face-off. D-to-D pass for Brandon Walker, swept back in by Heitzner off the turnover. Here's Paralat down in the corner, run into by Lucas Pikarczyk. Snapped out to Heitzner, on goal, glove save by Carter McPhail to kick off our Aaron's second period. 19:44 to go, and still 3-0 Rock Lobsters. Hello to everybody at Walk-Ons in D'Iberville for our watch party. Great meet and greet event we had there last Wednesday. There was about 7 or 8 players that made the trip to take pictures, sign autographs. We'll have more promotions and meet and greets coming up in coming days. Stay tuned to our social media for more on that. But Gretchen Anderson's done a great job stepping up, our community events director. Toe drag release by Jesse Lowell is deflected over to the far side. Spinelli out of his own end, down in the corner battling. There's another turnover. Neely taking it to the goal and then missed on the blocker's side. Picked up by Bartlett again. Bartlett up ahead to Heitzner. Colatarsi harasses him. Puck caroms on over for Brendan Spinelli. Spinelli will shoot it in deep all the way around where McPhil's out to play it. Around the wall. Quickly sent on goal. Heitzner in front. Had a chance to stuff it. Pulling it back to his forehand. Just missed the net. Now Davidson looking for Heitzner in front. Loose to Fisher. And he floats one over the crossbar. Colatarsi hesitating and then sends it up ahead to Gleb Van Durken, who deflects it in deep. Breakers already with 3 shots here in the second period. They had 4 in the first, so a positive sign out the gate early. They have all 3 shots in the middle chapter for that matter. Banked out to Lerpa, taken off a turnover. It's then sent into the offensive end and controlled by Jack Johansson. Over to Devin Maillet. Nice hit, Milan run into by Darius Davidson. Maillet will begin the charge again back the other way, banking one ahead. Gallant for Milan, backhand feed, cut off and taken away by Donheaven Veyu. Veyu saucing one ahead for Royer. Back over to Patakin. Veyu in his skates, bumps it back out to the far point. Lucchese jumps in over the line. Keeping it on side, Patakin trouble settling the bouncing puck, and back the other way we go. Croucher banking it up to the near point. Maillet forced to skate it back out into his own end. Deflected in deep by Croucher, and Joe Mack will go on the forecheck. Sharma out of his own cage to play it. Taken by Walker. Down low, Johnson in front for Virgili offline. Virgili far side out to the point for Paralat. Paralat shooting one, redirected in front, and Christo with good poise skates it back around his goal to play it out for a bank to Veyu, and it's sent back out into the neutral zone. Been a little while without a whistle here. As now down low again. Here's Malik Johnson. Bumped into by Fabian Leonard. Johnson below the end line. Around the goal, now sending it far post. Max backhander. Had his stick tied up, and Veyu comes the other way. Long shift for Veyu. Has his pocket picked right around the Athens blue line, and Walker recontrols. Up ahead to Johnson. Now it's Joe Mack. Mack outside the near circle shooting one. It deflects up and into the seats. We get a whistle, 16:50 to go in period number 2. Score still 3-0 Athens. Shots are 3-3 in the second period, 27-7 in the game. Most shots the Breakers have surrendered this season is 66. That came last Friday against the Monroe Moccasins. Rahul Sharma, new career high, 57 stops in the losing effort. Near circle offensive zone draw for Athens. Van Durken will take this one, and it's won by Biloxi. And Ross Bartlett, now a turnover. Lowell on goal, just missed. Sharma wasn't sure if he was able to locate it for a moment. It goes wide on his blocker side. Popped back up to the point. Colatarsi swings it down low. Spinelli out of the corner, up ahead looking for Heitzner. This one will go the distance. And with 16:24 to go, we get another quick whistle and a face-off. Draw comes back to Rahul Sharma's end of things. Another offensive zone draw for Van Durken against Bartlett. Clean win out to Shinkarik at the point. He banks one for Neely. Neely centering, looking for Milan. It skipped through his skates, and Heitzner picks it up in stride. Up ahead for Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk near circle as his pass go down into the corner. Bartlett banging it down low. Pikarczyk out to Mullins. Outside the circle shoots. Save made by McPhail. Now in front, one-timer. Bartlett looking for Pikarczyk. Blew up on his stick blade, and Athens back to work the other way. Van Durken shielding the puck, comes in. Sharma makes a big save in the logo on his chest. And at 15:52, 3-0 Athens, we get another whistle for a face-off. So the Breakers certainly generating more opportunities here in period 2. It's going to come down to how can you find a way to mount a comeback against one of the best goaltenders in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. It's the rookie Carter McPhail, 4-year Division I recruit. Most recently was at Mercyhurst, where he spent his last season in 24-25. 3 shutouts, leads the league, and a .934 save percentage. He's been spectacular. Maye able to fight it with his backhand for Glukaryov. Glukaryov somehow shakes off the defensive Fisher. Down low, Glukaryov on goal, they score. A beautiful triangle passing play, tic-tac-toe. Glukaryov in between the circles, able to pot one. And Athens extends their lead to 4 with 15:32 to go in period number 2. Take another look at it. Glukaryov just sends one down low below the circle, then continues on the give and go through to the slot. And plenty of room to shoot out with Sharma sliding from right to left and then back left to right. So Athens has put this game on the ropes early on. Breakers need some sort of momentum here. Shots are 29-8 Athens. .32 to go in period number 2. Lucchese and Mack on the draw. It's one back cleanly to Walker. Walker D-to-D with Paralat, and now here comes Walker back for Paralat, who will begin the charge. The last line of defense turns it over. Now here's Veilleux humping across the line, dropping one for Lucchese, back to Charbonneau. His shot is saved by McPhail. Veilleux went down and hobbling his way over to the Breakers bench. Certainly appears to be okay, but a bit of a stinger. .16 to go, period 2. Rock Lobsters all over the Breakers in their first meeting in franchise history. Bartlett will do it with Mack in the Breakers' offensive end, and it's won by Mack, back for Shinkarik, who plays it for Kolatarsi. Leonard runs into Virgili, but not before he plays it out to the neutral zone. D-to-D from Heitzner for Christo. Christo looking to shoot it in, takes a hit from Johnson. Now back the other way. Here's Shinkarik. Stretching one out, looking for Virgili. Can't get behind Leonard, and this one will go as an icing with 14:52 to go. It's our first media timeout of the second period. We will take it. Breakers trailing by 4. We'll be back in a splash.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
.52 to go, period 2. Athens 4, Biloxi 0. Offensive zone draw looming for the Breakers. Bartlett will take it. Bartlett and Mack. Bartlett pushes it forward, trying to get a quick shot away. Heitzner out of the corner, out to the point. Flanagan looking for a redirection from Pikarczyk that went wide. Bartlett swinging one back through the slot area. Heitzner Cuts it off before Flanagan could bang it back on goal and gives it away. Virgili up ahead. Here's Malik Johnson in all alone. He shoots the rebound. Big save, Rahul Sharma on the second effort with the left pad, makes a huge save in the Dirty Bird. Rahul Sharma once again with a marquee save to add to his early resume here in Biloxi. Stopping the ECHL product. Now a 2-on-1 developing. Heitzner with Pikarczyk hopping into the play. Saucer pass goes off the blade of the stick of Pikarczyk, and Athens back in possession. Now Heitzner banging one on goal. Couple quick saves. Bartlett scores! Ross Bartlett on the doorstep. Picks up the loose change, and the newest breaker pots one to put Biloxi on the board. It's 4-1. Welcome back to Biloxi, Ross Bartlett. The trade paying dividends early. Heitzner with a couple quick chances in tight. Bartlett able to pick it up and float it right over the pad of McPhail. And the Breakers are on the scoreboard. Spinelli off the face-off win. Puck deflects way up and into the seats with 13:50 to go. Big goal for Ross Bartlett. The monkey off his back early. He had 7 with the Baton Rouge Zydeco before being acquired via trade. Had a hat trick against the Biloxi Breakers a couple months ago. I believe that was December the 7th. Clean win by Lucchese. Back for Connor Mullins. Spinelli, one-touch pass, gives it away to Jack Johansson. Up ahead to Milan. Milan on his backhand. Into the middle. Gallant on goal. The rebound. They score. Kason Gallant picks up his own rebound. And once again outweights the sliding pad of Rahul Sharma before finding the back of the net. And Athens makes it 5-1 here. 13:37 to go. Shots are 33-12. Lobsters. Garrett Johnson is the backup goaltender on the bench for the Breakers here tonight, with Anton Borodkin still on the injured reserve list. Take a moment and see if his number will be called. It won't be just yet. And certainly Sharma has not been the issue here tonight, but for the sake of a goaltender's mental health, you always want to consider maybe throwing your backup in just so Sharma can have a chance to rest. He's faced all kinds of shots through his first 5 starts. Christo cut it off at the far point, but it's taken away by Milan. Here come the Rock Lobsters again. They get caught offside, and with 13:09 to go, the draw comes to the dot outside the blue line. Our internet has gone out on you, so we can't give you the official scoring summary just yet. Bear with us here. The Ethernet's in good shape, so the broadcast will remain intact. Here we go. Back on the Rock Lobsters Wi-Fi. The Bartlett goal at 5:57 from Kyle Heitzner, and then the most recent Athens goal, the answer, Kason Gallant with his 13th of the season from Milan and Johansson. Across the 13-minute mark. Pikarczyk skating or gliding away from the puck, couldn't reel it in. Comes back out to center where Kolatarsi will bang it off the wall for Fabian Leonard. Leonard will shoot it down in deep. Here's Carter McPhail below the end line. Shinkarik mops it back around for Kolatarsi. Pikarczyk floating one through, looking for Bartlett. Heitzner on goal, and a big save right in the logo of Carter McPhail. He's got another one. 12:35 to go in period number 2. Around the league, a couple updates. Topeka's tied it at 1 against Monroe on the road. Columbus and Baton Rouge locked at 2 in the second period. Watertown still on top of Danbury, 1-0 in the second. Twin City and Blue Ridge 1-1 in the second. As there's a quick shot and they score. Ross Bartlett again with a big goal. Ross Bartlett having himself a second period. He's got 2 in the frame. And the Breakers not going away quietly yet. Ross Bartlett during our out-of-town score summary, Bartlett comes up in a big way, and with 12:30 to go, Breakers have pulled to within 3. Lucchese and Mack will do it on the draw this time. And we're back underway. Might have credited it to Lair Patakin. If so, that's his first goal of the season and his first as a breaker. We'll have to go back and watch for ourselves on the scoring summary. Lucchese backhanding one. Just outside the glove of McPhail out at the point. Flanagan's drive into the skates of Joe Mack. Mack quickly ahead to Virgili, who couldn't control it. Patakin. Glukaryov looking for Joe Mack. Hit him in the boots, and Patakin slows things down in his own end. Lucchese tried to deflect it in deep. This one will go as an icing with 11:44 to go. Lair Patakin is credited with the most recent goal. The assist goes to Ross Bartlett. So off the face-off win, Patakin with a shot from the point, able to capitalize. And for Lair Patakin, just his second career goal. He's now up to 10 points in the FPHL through 35 games or so. Milan blocked his own shot from Maye. Now Flanagan continuing to battle with Milan. Around to Malik Johnson. Johnson turns it over to Charbonneau, and now we'll chase him down the other way. Charbonneau blows a tire. Johnson tried to hop over him to avoid some inadvertent bad contact. Spinelli will shoot it in deep around McPhail. 5-2 Rock Lobsters with 11:15 to go. Royer banging one ahead. Here's Rahul Sharma into the skates of Johnson. Royer with a little bit of time floats it over the stick of Johnson for Fisher, who goes behind his own goal and breaks it out to Royer. Royer looking for Davidson. It comes hard off the wall. McPhail will shoot it out into the glove of Johnson. Down gloves it to himself. Fisher collides with him. Johnson goes out for a change. Sharma gives one away to Virgili. Virgili from below the end line. Couldn't get a good shot away. And Spinelli up ahead to Fisher once more. Off the tape of Royer. Comes through Gallant. Knocking it down for Van Durken. Back to Gallant. Gallant lost control of the puck. Spinelli fights it back for Connor Mullins, who shoots it ahead. Now Gallant right back into the offensive zone. Down low gives to Glukaryov, who looked to shovel it on goal. It goes wide. Gallant out to the point. Shinkaruk for Kolatarsi, who's one-timer, is turned aside with the pad of Rahul Sharma. Now around the wall. It's dug out to Darius Davidson. Davidson ahead for Royer. Royer in the midst of a long shift himself. We are officially across the midway point here in period number 2. Van Durken gives it back to Shinkaruk. Shinkaruk pulls it to his forehand, and his shot deflects up and over Sharma. Now out to Shinkaruk again. Shinkaruk tiptoeing the blue line, has the puck jump back over the line, and we'll wait for everybody to tag up now. Van Durken gives to Bartlett. Now Van Durken over the blue line. Walking in, thought about the shot, drops it back for Brandon Walker. Ross Bartlett takes the turnover. Bartlett looking for Heitzner. Heitzner off the wall, gets a low angle shot in. Now in front, Bikarchek looking to backhand one on goal. Didn't get good stick on it. And it's disrupted by Van Durken, who sends it ahead for Virgili. Virgili the other way, protecting on the backhand, waiting for some support. Now finds Parolat in the high slot. One-timer from Joe Mack, turned aside by Rahul Sharma. Parolat skating through the far circle, gets it on over. And it'll be slowed down by Fabian Leonard with Walker in pursuit. Now there's a collision down in the corner wall. Glukaryov battling with Leonard. Now comes down to Glukaryov again. Christo closes in. Swept around the wall by Bartlett, and this one will go the full length, but no icing as Parolat's able to catch up to it. Up ahead to Walker. Snapped into the neutral zone for Eric Neely. Now Malik Johnson far side. Centering one. Somehow gets through to Mack on goal. A couple saves for Sharma. And Carter Thornton begins the charge back the other way. Up ahead to Heitzner. Back for Thornton. Thornton pushes the puck out more for his forehand. And it's given away to Malik Johnson. Inside 8 minutes to go, period 2. Charbonneau with Thornton needing to touch up. Will shoot it in so he can tag. Johansson up ahead. Charbonneau at the blue lines, able to slow it down for Thornton. Now Van Durken collects the turnover from Lucchese. Here come the Rock Lobsters. Neely and Charbonneau with a little contact. Charbonneau almost got it through to Carter Thornton. And now here's Johansson. Dropping one back for Van Durken. Van Durken closing in to his backhand. Couldn't get a release away. But taken. Mishandled it for a moment. Controlled by Athens again. Comes out to Flanagan. Flanagan up ahead for Thornton. Thornton reverses a hit. Oh, a thunderous hit from Carter Thornton to tip over Jack Johansson. Now the other way. Centering pass. Broken up by Lair Patakin. As Neely goes down in the far circle away from the play. Now swing one on goal. Maye into the ankles of Flanagan. Battling are a couple Rock Lobsters. Thornton will float it ahead. Long shift for him. Running out of gas as Kolatarsi gets the puck back. D-to-D for Maye. Now up ahead, Van Durken. Drop to Gallant. Gallant near circle. Shooting! And it deflected up and over the crossbar. 6:40 to go in period number 2. Now here's Gallant. Gallant holding. Sending one down low into the tape of Milan. Milan winding back around. Far circle. Gives to Gallant, who shoots one. Save made by Rahul Sharma. That one caught most of the chest protector. Now back down low. Connor Mullins. Able to muscle it to Darius Davidson. 3-on-2 developing for the Breakers if they hurry. On goal, Lucchese's one-timer goes wide. Davidson looking for Lucchese. Couldn't pop it back out in front. Kolatarsi gives way to Shinkarik, and Athens will head the other way. Drop pass, Milan, trouble handling it. Gallant gets it back through pressure onto Milan. Snapped far side, they score. One of the prettier passing plays we've seen all season. Athens, with 5:52 to go, picks up their 6th of the night. We'll see who leads the line. Looks to be Carter Shinkarik, the captain. One of the premier offensive defensemen in the FPHL comes in clutch. But look at this. Gallant down low to Milan, snapped over to Shinkarik. And Sharma almost made a tremendous glove save, sliding every which way. But Shinkarik, a guy who's been doing this for quite some time, and even from a low angle, he's able to find the twine. 6-2 Rock Lobsters. Joe Mack wins the ensuing draw back to Brandon Walker. Walker through the near circle, shoots it up and out of play. This will be our second media timeout. We're going to have a couple quick ones coming up here as we head to break. 6-2 Athens, back in a splash.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
5:44 to go in period number 2. Athens with a quick offensive zone draw win. Virgili has it taken away by Bartlett back out to center. Quickly pinballed back in. And Mullins will slow things down, leaving it for Bartlett. Bartlett quickly on over to Pikarczyk. Snapped ahead. Here's Heitzner closing in. Heitzner to his backhand. Big save. Carter McPhail. Down low. Pikarczyk back with it. Sends it to the point. Mullins giving it to Pikarczyk. Pikarczyk had his pass disrupted. Brandon Walker banged into by Ross Bartlett, but maintains control. Gets it for Luke Croucher. Out to Virgili. One touch to Joe Mack on goal. And a save made. 5:07 to go in our Aaron's second period. Another face-off coming. Huge shout out to everybody watching back in Biloxi. The Breakers will return home on February 6th and 7th for Law Enforcement Weekend. There will be a specialty jersey and an auction Saturday night. You can get your tickets now at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum box office, which is the easiest way to do it. Breakers tickets hovering between $15 and $20 typically, depending where you sit. But in Athens, to get in the door, it's $20, and to be on the glass is $50. So you can see all the action, sit on the glass for, I believe it's a little more than $20. Don't quote me on that, but good opportunity to see your Breakers when they return home. A couple big games coming up with Columbus and Baton Rouge. Charbonneau, good effort down on the half wall. Lucchese now with it. Lucchese shoots one, and it just goes over the crossbar. Now Veilleux, bumped into by Jesse Lowell. Lowell's had a quieter night. Leonard, taken down, goes awkwardly into the wall. Now here's quick opportunity off a reactionary move by Eric Neely, and it's eventually sent back out to center. Christo. Backhanding one that quickly has to be escaped out of the zone by Fabian Leonard. Veilleux in the neutral zone. Skates back to his own end. Johnson in pursuit on the forecheck. Johnson closed him off. Here's Milan. Milan back on over, gets it again. Milan to his backhand. Looked to float it over the glove of Rahul Sharma. And it comes all the way back around for Charbonneau. Charbonneau muscles it out to Veilleux after taking some contact. Lucchese one-on-one looking to go ahead against Maye. And puck pinballs around to Malik Johnson. Taken back by Charbonneau. Long shift for him. You can see he's laboring a little bit. Now here's Garrett Milan in all alone. Milan shooting one and scores. Garrett Milan using his elusiveness and speed to create some separation in tight. Finds his way over the blocker's side of Rahul Sharma, and Athens has made it 7-2 with 3:24 to go in the second period. See him just able to whip around Fabian Leonard, try to quick stick check, but Milan just too quick. And that nasty release is able to beat Rahul Sharma. Athens already with 43 shots on goal. 19 here in the second period. Breakers with 11 here in the second, bringing their total to 15. Athens back in control of the puck. Here's Lair Patakin collecting it in his own end. Puts it through the legs of Joe Mack. A nice nifty move from the big defenseman. Given back away to Glukaryov. Into the skates of Mack. Comes out to the point for Virgili. Virgili looking down low. Virgili with his stick in the air around to Joe Mack. Mack out to Kolatarsi. One touch into the skates of Paralak. Sauce back to Kolatarsi. On goal, Sharma trying to locate it. They score again. Can you believe it? Puck just ricocheting off of all kinds of bodies with traffic out in front of Rahul Sharma. And the Athens Rock Lobsters continuing to pour it on. They're not even electing to skate down the line for some high fives. It's Joe Mack picking it up from a low angle and finding it past Rahul Sharma with 2:48 to go. Athens has made it 8-2. This Rock Lobsters team just does not have a below average player in the lineup. Such a team with depth on them. Could have said that a little better. They have a lot of depth as a team. Comes out to Connor Mullins, sent back ahead for Paralat, up ahead to Virgili. Drop pack for Blukaryov. He walks in and shoots with plenty of room to light the lamp, and it goes wide on the blocker's side. Now a couple nifty stick handles from Shinkarik out to Virgili. Threw it to the backhand instead of the forehand. Inside 2:20 to go here in period number 2. Here's Shinkarik. Oh, a nice little hesitation deke around Heitzner. Giving one back to Mack, out to Shinkarik. Quickly across, now into the middle. Joe Mack gives it away to Spinelli. Here's Brendan Spinelli, and he will shoot it in deep. Paddled down by Carter McPhail. And Shinkarik glides through Bartlett's pressure. Gets it on to Glukaryov, out to Van Durkin on goal. That one off of Sharma and just whizzed by the far post. 100 seconds to play, period 2. Christo looking to bank it ahead for Bartlett. It was cut off by Luke Croucher, and he drops it back to Walker. Walker away from the pressure of Heitzner now. Will send it up ahead to Gleb Van Durkin across the blue line. Van Durkin. The pass to Johnson cut off by Christo. Here's Charbonneau. Charbonneau holding, looking for a lane. Finds it to Christo. Christo missed the net on the quick shot, looking to go blocker's side. 70 seconds remain, period 1. 8-2, the Rock Lobsters lead it. Most goals the Breakers have given up this season is 12. And so far, Athens on pace to do that through 40 minutes. They've just had so much pressure. Shots 45-15. Lucchese up ahead, touched by Thornton to negate the icing call. He'll go off for a change. Croucher over for Van Durkin to an in-stride Paralat, and the offside whistle blows. This will be our final media timeout of period number 2. 8-2 Athens. We'll be back in a splash.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together, on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Another 38 seconds to go in our middle chapter here. Devin Doback along with you on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. 5-goal second period for Athens. Breakers had it as close as 5-2, but 3 unanswered from the Lobsters since has put this game a little bit out of reach with time dwindling here in regulation. Flanagan banking it off the window, up ahead looking for Davidson. Walker with Fisher looking to run him through the glass. It's now banked back into the Athens offensive end. Jesse Lowell locked up with Flanagan. Has not been a single penalty minute in this second period. Just a minor penalty aside in the opening frame. Athens scored shorthanded on the Breakers' only power play. But not a lot of special teams. Walker into the skates of Milan on goal and off the window and wide. Breakers will play it back out ahead, and that will do it as the clock hits triple zeros. The Athens Rock Lobsters will carry a 6-goal advantage into the dressing room. A huge period for them. They outshoot the Breakers 21-11 in the middle frame alone, 45-15 in the game. Rock Lobsters pouring it on here. So we'll step aside for another 18 short minutes, heading into our Coastal Prince second intermission report. Stick around to hear from Brendan Spinelli in the back half of his interview, and I'll be back to break everything down for you on the other side right here on Breakers TV.
All right, so let's get to the hockey there on that side at Franklin Pierce. In 49 games played, you have 4 goals, 6 assists, 34 penalty minutes. How did your time playing at the NCAA Division III level affect your thoughts and just kind of the fact that it made you want to turn pro?
Yeah, it definitely was a wake-up call from the other hockey I've been playing my entire life. You know, everyone was faster, stronger. I didn't play juniors, so I was a little younger going in, so I knew it was going to be an uphill battle a little bit. But I'm so lucky I got to play college because there's a lot of kids that are playing juniors or playing after high school that can't find a college team, and it's really hard. And I'm lucky. I was lucky enough to play in college. I was lucky enough to play under great coaches, and I just had such a great experience. And it helped me get to where I am today.
Lacrosse there as well?
Lacrosse there as well.
Wow.
Shout
I
out
think
the,
you
shout
might
out the
be
boys.
our first multi-sport athlete in franchise history, or college athlete at least. But now let's shift gears from your time at Franklin Pierce. August rolls around, you end up signing with the Port Huron Prowlers. It somehow falls out, and you wind up signing with the Indiana Sentinels. What was your experience like playing in your first 4 professional games with the Indiana Sentinels?
It was great. It was great to get a chance from Coach Everett Thompson. He gave me a chance to prove myself, and it was nice to get an opportunity. And I remember my first game was against Binghamton, and there was just so many people there. And I got off for warm-ups. It was like, wow, there's a lot of people here. This is crazy.
That was your first game?
That was my first game, yeah.
So wow, when you're skating out in Visions Veterans Memorial Arena, or it was I assume in Binghamton.
It was in Binghamton, yeah.
What was running through your head in front of that crowd of 4,500 or so?
Yeah, it was just wow. It was just no words really. Just like wow, like this is awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to play. Like I'm so happy I'm getting this opportunity. In Indiana, there was such a great group of guys over there. I'm happy I got to play with them, and yeah, it was only good things to say about that organization.
Was the style of play and physicality when you turned pro into the FPHL something you expected, or is it something you got your welcome to the Fed hit and then grew accustomed to? Just what did you make of the physical side of things from college now at the professional level?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think I expected some things, other things were a little, like wake-up calls. But definitely the physicality, everyone's a little bigger, stronger, faster than college, a little older too. It's definitely a step up, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm very lucky to do what I love.
So after your time in Indiana comes to an end, you sign with the Biloxi Breakers, you drive down here, play a few games, you're up to 9 games played as a Breaker now, but your first professional point comes on your 24th birthday, December 5th. Take us through your emotions. I mean, it's a big day. You're celebrating another year, and you pick up your first professional point. Take us through that night.
It felt good. It was in a packed-out crowd in Topeka, and yeah, I just saw Aldi go into the net. He had his stick in a great position. I was trying my best to put him in a position to make a play, and he made a great tip. It was an unbelievable play by him, and I was lucky to get an assist on that.
You also have a pair of fights for the Breakers. What impact does your physicality have on your teammates?
Hopefully a big one. I know their physicality rubs off on me. I just try to match them and stay persistent with the physicality as they do. They play so hard, and I just want to try and be like them. Their physicality definitely rubs off on me, that's for sure.
It's pretty awesome to watch you whip off the glasses because you do something that's a little bit unorthodox, and that's play with your glasses on, no contacts. So take us through that. When you're going to fight a guy and then they say, okay, we got glasses here, but then you whip them off, and you've given both of your fights here in Biloxi. The most recent one against Matthews, I mean, you crushed the guy. But just take us through what it's like. Is there anything like that the glasses gives you an advantage? It's almost like...
It's definitely unorthodox, that's for sure. I mean, I've been playing with them almost my whole life, and just contacts, I probably should get contacts, but it's never really came in the picture. I've always worn them. I've always had a sturdy pair that, knock on wood, they don't really break.
And you love whipping them off before the fights.
I have to whip them off because there's a good chance of them breaking if I get a smack with those things on. But yeah, definitely unorthodox, that's for sure.
So you mentioned trying to match your teammates' physicality, but when you ultimately have to drop the gloves, just especially as a rookie, you've got 2 pro fights, but what is the thing that eventually makes you push over to want to drop the gloves? Like, the turning point when you realize this is what I need to do for my team right now?
Sure, I think it just depends on the moment. Like there's a time, there's a good time to go, and there's a bad time. There's times where you probably shouldn't go, and both times seem good to me. I don't really initiate it just because I don't like sitting in the box for 5 minutes. I mean, I don't like sitting in the box for 5 minutes, but you know, both times seemed like the right time to go, and I had the right dance partner for both times. They're both tough guys, and yeah, to me, that's just kind of how I look at it.
They were great fights. I mean, you fought
Thanks.
Thomas Murphy of the Zydeco, and I think your Breakers debut, if
Yeah, it
I'm not
was.
mistaken.
Yeah.
You fought one of the toughest guys in the FPHL
He was tough.
the night after a line brawl. So it was like, you know, somebody needed to step up, and you did. Take us through your debut for the Breakers. Do you feel like that fight earned some immediate respect amongst your teammates?
I hope so. Maybe. You know, I remember. I think it was like my second shift, and it was like, oh, this guy already wants to fight me. But you know, he was a tough dude, and it was definitely good to get that experience. You know, with him, and I think it helped me get a little tougher. And yeah, it was definitely something, that's for sure. I remember going back to the penalty box, and my knuckles were just all bloody, and I'm like, wow, this is definitely a little new for me. I'm not really, my hands aren't really bleeding in hockey that much. You know, I've had a cage on my whole life, so it's definitely something new, but I'm glad I had that experience.
So we're wrapping up here. A couple more questions for you, Spinner, but how has your time in Biloxi been? How do you like your teammates and coaches?
It's been awesome. Everyone has been so welcoming since I got here. My teammates are awesome. My coaches are awesome. Penner and Brett have given me a chance the second I got here, and I'm thankful for them giving me an opportunity. And I love my teammates so much. We have great leadership, and you know, living with the guys is just a bonus. You know, I mean, I get to live with them too, not only play with them. So I mean,
and you're one of them. I think that you're kind of discrediting yourself there as you're part of their family. So that's got to feel pretty good.
I'm happy to be part of their family.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm happy you live with us too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lucky to have Dev with us too.
Yeah. You know, there are my days when things are going. No, I'm kidding. It is a blast. But what's it going to take for the Breakers to make a push? They're in 7th place right now. The first time they've been here all season long after that weekend against the Zydeco. Does your team have it in them to climb out of the basement in this Continental Division?
Absolutely we do. And the South is a tough league. And we know that, and we know that every team's going to come ready to play. And we've worked it hard in practice. I think our preparation has been going well. Everyone works hard, and I think we definitely have it in us, and we just got to keep working, stick to the grind.
All right, I always like to leave it with a message to the fans. This is actually, I think, the most people we've had at an episode of Breaker Banner, so you should feel pretty honored. It's nice to look around and see faces just about everywhere, but your message to the fans before I let you go.
We love you guys. Thank you for the support. And go Breakers.
And go Breakers. You heard it from Spinner. I'll be back in a moment to wrap up another episode of Breaker Banter.
Strength isn't built in a single race. It's earned, mile after mile, pedal after pedal, step after step. The same endurance that drives athletes to the finish line fuels the steady hands and sharp focus required in surgery. It's about resilience, precision, and commitment, in competition and in the operating room. Because true performance means showing up with excellence, no matter the arena.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
Fly in for a daiquiri that scores every time. Mile High Daiquiris is an aviation-themed daiquiri shop and the official daiquiri of the Biloxi Breakers. Open 7 days a week and offering 15 refreshing flavors, jello shots, beer, and even a non-alcoholic daiquiri. They supply mobile daiquiris for weddings, birthday parties, and events. Only 4.6 miles west of the Mississippi Coast Coliseum. Grab your crew and come try the best daiquiris on the Gulf Coast where flavor takes flight. Become a frequent flyer at 1107 Cowan Road, Suite B, Gulfport.
At Superior Optical Lab, we're proud to be certified as a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business and to provide quality eyewear to veterans to whom we all owe our freedom. Thank you for your service.
Recharge your body. Reset your mind. Revive your spirit. At Revive and Thrive, every detail is designed to elevate your recovery and well-being. Unwind in our serene salt therapy room and float suite. Awaken your senses with the benefits of cold water immersion. Then, step into a custom-built sauna featuring soft Himalayan salt lighting for athletes, adventurers, and anyone ready to unlock the power of recovery. Discover the difference at reviveandthrivems.com.
Coastal Prints is a brand new business on the coast specializing in screen printing, embroidery, and promotional items. Being local and with 30 plus years of experience, Coastal Prints carries all the hottest clothing brands and thousands of promotional items. Uniforms, workwear, hats, drinkware, coolers, tchotchkes, and much more. Coastal Prints will make your brand and logo stand out. Come see the new showroom on Seaway Road in Gulfport or visit coastalprints.com or call 228-COASTAL.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is where community and teamwork come together on and off the ice. Foshi Residential is proud to support the Biloxi Breakers as they bring the heat to the rink this season. Foshi Residential manages 3 unique apartment communities along the coast, each offering modern finishes, resort-style amenities, and a location that puts coastal living right at your doorstep. Ready to find your community? Visit foshiresidential.com/Biloxi Breakers for more information.
Every new Hyundai from Matt Bowers comes with Matt's lifetime warranty included. That's in addition to Hyundai's America's Best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, and Hyundai Owner Assurance. You get both warranties, making a new Hyundai from Matt Bowers an excellent value. Come visit us today during the Getaway Sales event at our new showroom just off Lorraine Road north of I-10 in Gulfport.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Hello out there, we're on the air. It's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Where players dash and skates a flash, the home team trails behind. But they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a good old hockey game.
Oh my gosh, who is this? I don't know. Megan Maroney.
It's not Tate McRae. Don't know who it is.
Alex Earl. I know that one.
Who's that? Alex Earl?
Alex Earl.
I don't know, man.
It's not the guy from The Hangover, I know that.
Rosie.
Chad Powers.
Mikey Roy with hair.
I don't know.
Sydney Sweeney.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Anderson, is that it? That's her name, but it's not.
Alex Earl. Or not, yeah. No, Cooper. Alex Cooper.
Bodmon Carter Thornton. 6 selfie, buddy.
Carter.
Is that Jason Derulo or Carter Thornton?
Carter Thornton. Looks good.
That's me. That's Carter.
Jello Ball.
You just said his name. I forget his name now. I don't know.
Bad Bunny.
Schlapp.
Bad Bunny.
Josh Rosenzweig.
The Rose Show.
That's my favorite picture of Rosie of all time. It's my new lock screen.
Rosenzweig.
I don't know.
I'm spacing. I don't know.
Luke Bryan.
Ed Sheeran. Come on now.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
I know exactly who this is, and it makes it 10 times funnier. Shout out to my boy Trey Fisher. Looking good, bud. Good bod.
Who? Fish?
Who is that? Is that Fish? Oh my God!
It looks like fish.
The greatest to ever do it, Trey Fisher.
And we welcome you back ahead of our third period of action. Devin Doback along with you here on Breakers TV and on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi. Let's get in to our game stats through 40 minutes. Unfortunately, we ran out of room on our game summary, so we will not be presenting that for you just yet. But the score 8-2 Athens. They lead it out, shooting the Breakers 44-16, 20-12 alone in that period. Neither team took a penalty in period 2, so both teams still 0 for 1 on the power play, and each with a pair of penalty minutes. The goal scorers for Athens: Gallant, Neely, Van Durken, Glukariev. Gallant again, Shinkarik, Milan, and Mack. And for the Breakers, Bartlett and Patakin, each with their first since joining their new team via trade. As we're about ready to go here in period 3 in Athens. Both teams are set to hit the ice. Breakers with their workload cut out for them, trailing by 6, but we'll see what they're able to do. It looks like Sharma will head back in between the pipes for period number 3. He's made 36 saves on the evening on 44 shots. And as both teams wheel around their respective ends, Thunderstruck gets us fired up. And the lights come on for period number 3. It's our Half Shell Oyster House third period. 20 more miles on the clock here in regulation. Breakers will be headed back to Biloxi tomorrow with the game being postponed. There was an ice storm brewing, and it's going to hit around midday tomorrow. All UGA students have been instructed to return home if they're able to here in Athens, and so the Breakers and Rock Lobsters will have their game postponed to 4:05 EST next Sunday, and it'll be a 3-3 first up here with the Columbus River Dragons before they take on Athens. Eric Neely having a quick conversation with the official. Some good games around the league. Hope you had a chance to check out our new ticker. We're going to have to be pinballing between that one and the old one because that one can only handle 5 matchups, and when everybody is playing in the FPHL, there will be 6 total. So we'll have to bounce back and forth between that one, but with Port Huron and Indiana not playing tonight, they begin their home and home tomorrow and Sunday. We were able to use it for you, and pretty cool graphic. It pops up at the bottom of your screen there. Now Athens turning it over to Ross Bartlett, looking to chip it ahead for Heitzner, who had had a breakaway opportunity. It was cut off, and then Pikarczyk taken down hard into the wall by Dustin Parolat. Quickly back up to his feet, then blows an edge just outside the far circle. Heitzner off the half wall. Can't reel it in. Brandon Walker back the other way. Centering one, cut off by Bartlett, up ahead to Heitzner. 3-on-2 brewing for the Breakers. Heitzner to the middle, shooting one. On the glove side, it goes well wide of Carter McPhail. Sent in again, Fabian Leonard got a stick on it, and it bleeds through to Chris Stowe on the far side. Up ahead to Heitzner. Gallant will play it back, and Athens will begin their charge back the other way. Lukaryov turns it over to Trey Fisher, looking for Carter Thornton. It's shoved ahead. Now Kolatarsi winding up, thought about the shot, dropped it right back to Carter Thornton, who looked to thread it past him. Cut off. Milan now has his pocket pick by Thornton again. Thornton gives it away to Glukaryov, and Athens will restart. Now Shinkarik in the middle of a breakdown. Milan backhander, he scores. Garrett Milan off the feet from Carter Shinkarik. Walks right down Broadway, and with a smooth finish over the glove side of Rahul Sharma, makes it 9-2. Same move, just with the other handedness. Instead of going forehand, he went backhand. And Garrett Milan with his second of the night has Athens in pretty control of this one, up a touchdown. Sharma continuing to be yelled at by these Athens fans. They are so passionate. Flanagan to the far wall for Patakin, who slings it ahead to Veilleux. Now Charbonneau, the French line playing together. Royer, Charbonneau, and Veilleux all together. The rookies out of Tottenham. Charbonneau's been here since day one, and Royer and Veilleux brought in a few weeks ago after their call-up from the GMHL. Mack sending one in on Sharma. Royer and Johnson get tangled up down in the end wall. Now it's snapped across for Maie. On for Johansson. Flanagan takes the ice he has ahead of him and will skate it over to the far side before dumping it in for a change. 9-2 Rock Lobsters. It's back to work the other way. Here comes Virgili. Disrupted by Heitzner. Spinelli then takes it away. Spinelli spins away from a little pressure. Virgili back in control of it. Finds Walker on goal. Save made by Sharma with the pads. Walker still in control. Down in the corner. Bumps it back out to the point for Van Durken. Van Durken winding back around Heitzner through the far circle. Gets it off for Brandon Walker. Bartlett played it around the wall. Croucher in control. Parolat toe drag all the way around the defender. Shooting one. And it goes well wide over the goal. Croucher out of the neutral zone. Gives to Parolat. Punch down low where Croucher feeds it along to Van Durken. Up ahead to Walker. Down low again. Sent in front. Jammed on goal for a moment by Lowell. Still free. Van Durken in front. Parolat gets his own rebound and scores. Welcome back, Dustin Perelat, after returning from the injured list after one of the scariest hits we've seen this season in the FPHL. Picks up his first as a Rock Lobster to make it double digits, 10-2 with 16:22 remaining. Just a good puck battle win by Van Durken. Perelat has his shot saved originally, and then on the follow-up attempt, Sharma was already sliding left to right, and the gaping net is once again hit for the 10th time tonight by the Rock Lobsters. They are a sound team, and you can see why they've beat Monroe 5 out of 6 times. Davidson. Down low to Fisher. Fisher. Up ahead, and now here comes Athens again. Milan saucering one off his backhand for Glukaryov. Sharma will jump on that one with 15:56 to go. Another face-off coming. Breakers have surrendered the most goals in the FPHL this season. The total is up to 178 goals against, while they just scored their 100th goal for. Goal differential of -78 this season. Flanagan on over to Carter Thornton, tapped ahead for Lair Patakin. Now Davidson will shoot it off the window. Got a fan to flinch sitting in the crowd. Fisher run into the wall by Garrett Milan with a check right in the name bar. Good clean hit, and now Athens back to work. Glukaryov for Milan, out to Gallant. Gallant almost had a hat trick, but his shot was stuffed by Thornton and Patakin. Now Glukaryov through the near circle, sending one out. Quick shot comes in from Milan. Sharba makes the save. Thornton looking to reverse a hit on Gallant. Puck spits back to the Athens end. Stretched up ahead. Spinelli looking for Charbonneau. We get a whistle, and we'll see what the call is for with 15:04 to go. And is it Brandon Lucchese gonna go? Looks like just a defensive zone draw for the Breakers with 15:04 to go. Shots 50-17 on the scoreboard in favor of the Rock Lobsters. They're scoring on 1 in every 5 shots. Spinelli and Johnson, a conversation outside the circle. Are they going to have one? Not just yet, so it appears. Walker giving it back to Johansson, on to Johnson. One touch for Johansson, top of the key, near circle for Walker. Down low, back through the circle comes Virgili, all the way out to the point, on to Johnson, his one-timer. Save made by Sharma with the left pad. Lucchese locking it up. Johnson out to Johansson for Mack. Mack on goal, scores. A beautiful setup play. Athens moving the puck at will. And one-timer from Malik Johnson has him back on the score sheet for the first time since returning to Athens. That's just his second of the season, and it makes it 11-2. Sharma looked to be in position, but just a better shot. A one-time snipe from Malik Johnson. 14:38 to go. Athens has built their lead out to 9. Kyle Heitzner looking to shoot it ahead. Bartlett runs Perelat into the wall. Up ahead, Johnson converges with Heitzner. And now it's tapped in ahead. Here comes Virgili picking it up through the trapezoid. Comes back down below the end line. Christo on over to Bartlett. Bartlett through his legs. Dangerous pass finds Leonard. Heitzner popping it out of his own end for Christo. Christo lost control of it. Johnson hit into the wall by Leonard. Comes back to Perelat. And with 13:55 to go, we get another quick whistle and a face-off. Breakers trailing 11-2. We'll be back momentarily on Breakers TV.
When you think Nissan, think Matt Bowers Nissan d'Iberville, where every new Nissan comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty included. And to keep your new Nissan running well, there's never an appointment needed for express service in our service department. Just stop by for routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, tires, and batteries. Matt Bowers Nissan is proud to call the coast our home and is proud to sponsor your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart. Buy local. Matt Bowers Nissan, South Mississippi, d'Iberville.
Looking for non-stop fun? Sky Zone Biloxi at the Edgewater Mall is the place to be. Jump off wall-to-wall trampolines, dunk on the basketball court, or conquer the warrior course. Sky Zone Biloxi truly has something for everyone. And now, you can celebrate big with our newly upgraded birthday party packages to make their special day unforgettable. Get ready to jump, play, and soar higher than ever at Sky Zone Biloxi.
We welcome you back. Just a silly moment in the intermission. They had the kiss cam going, and Spinelli and Christo were put on the board. Spinelli couldn't help but crack a smile. It was just unfortunate. Athens taunting Biloxi a little bit, but that one, you got to tip your cap. Patronizing the opponent. Van Durken through a couple bodies, gets it out to Shinkarik. Quick shimmy off of Davidson, then shoots one up and off the top of the window. Trey Fisher settles it back down. Fisher through the trapezoid, waiting for Thornton to switch places with him. Carter Thornton now will wheel from below his own end line. Up to Darius Davidson. Davidson ahead for Thornton, who just barely was able to stay onside. McPhail out of his cage, comes to play it. Fisher down low into the boots of Darius Davidson. Centering pass deflects in on Carter McPhail with 12:30:59 to go, Another whistle and a face-off. Shots are the score 11-2. The shots 56-17 Athens. Most shots against the Breakers this season is 66. So Athens is 10 away from doing that with 13 minutes to go in the Half Shell Oyster House third period. 11 goals is a new franchise record for the Athens Rock Lobsters. In their second year as a team, they've never scored 11. They had 10 against the Indiana Sentinels in the first week of the season, but 11 is a new franchise record for them. Mullins to the tape of Charbonneau, sent ahead for Brendan Spinelli. Spinelli will shoot it in all the way around McPhail, cut off by Veilleux. Now Mullins sweeps it down low, deflecting in front. Lucchese tried to force it on goal. Save made by McPhail. Now Veilleux continuing to put in some work. Now into the slot area again. Collision down in the corner wall with Johansson. Comes back out to Spinelli, who pokes it down low. Brandon Lucchese unable to catch up to the possession in the offensive zone. Now here comes Jesse Lowell. Lowell wraps it all the way around the wall. Spits free to Dustin Paralat, who scored his first as a Rock Lobster moments ago in the period. Virgili right back to work, looking for a passing lane. Joe Mack was streaking towards the goal. Mack on goal. Blocker saves Sharma. Virgili overskated it down in the corner. Spinelli plays it up ahead, looking for Veilleux. And now Heitzner beginning a charge. Potential numbers for the Breakers. Lucchese looking to hop in the play. It's turned over and now back the other way. Here comes the Rock Lobsters as with 11:26 to go. Another whistle and a face-off. Malik Johnson asking somebody for a fight just to get the fans going here. Not sure he's going to get any takers with the score being the way it is. McPhail slows it down below the end line. Banked into the neutral zone for Ross Bartlett. Bartlett waiting for everybody to tag up. Able to float it ahead for Pikarczyk. Cut off by Johnson. Scrum for the puck. Bartlett blows an edge. Johnson right back from north to south the other way. Goes right by Demetrius Christo. Johnson looking in front. It deflected wide. Good stick from Fabian Leonard. And Leonard will skate it out the other way. Leonard dangling around a rock lobster. In Virgili, now centering one, looking for Pikarczyk, went right through the blue paint. Christo thought about the shot. Here's Johnson being taken down by Christo. Refs are going to say play on. In a closer game, that might have been a penalty, but they'll rule it inadvertent contact. The boos rain in. These fans want more as the puck is iced with 10:32 to go. Another face-off, 11-2 Athens. Defensive zone draw for Ross Bartlett and co. Christo off the tie-up, able to force it to Leonard. Leonard slings it behind Heitzner all the way down towards McPhail. He comes out to avoid the icing call and sends it ahead for Gallant. Gallant, one of 2 Rock Lobsters on hat-trick watch. Pass to the back post. Van Durken had it pop up off his blade. Van Durken now for Gallant. Pikarczyk got in his way to disrupt the play, and we get another whistle with 10:07 to go. Just about midway through this third period of work. Shots 57-21. Fisher will take it with Gleb Van Durken. It's won cleanly for, and then a turnover. Carter Thornton dropping it to Fisher. Now Davidson shoots and scores. Darius Davidson with a bullet over the glove of Carter McPhail. A beautiful tic-tac-toe passing play, and Darius Davidson checks back in on the score sheet with his 9th of the season. That's tied for the most goals among active breakers. Declan Conway, the only double-digit goal scorer, and he hasn't played in over a month with an injury. But now it's Davidson and Pikarczyk tied at the top with 9 goals apiece. 9:59 to go. Breakers make it 11-3. Fisher ties up the ensuing draw. Milan wins it back. Milan shooting one in ahead. Declan Flanagan will go track it down through the trapezoid. Flanagan shooting one up ahead to Carter Thornton, pulling it along with him. Davidson filling the lane, sent in front. Davidson got handcuffed by the pass. Fisher disrupts Glukariev off the puck. Now here comes Perelat getting it on to Milan. Milan shoots and scores. Throw in the hats for Garrett Milan. That's his 3rd of the night. A catch and release. Half clapper right over the glove side of Rahul Sharma, and Athens extends their franchise record to 12 goals in a game. That's also tied for the most against the Breakers this season, and the most scored by an FPHL team in a single game this season with 12. Still 9:32 to go, and Athens, just when the Breakers get an ounce of momentum, take it all right back. Garrett Milan with a bullet. What a night he's had. Had 49 points coming into the weekend. He has another half dozen here tonight at least. Have to go crunch all the numbers on the score sheet, but he's been everywhere as they'll clean up a couple of the hats. William Lavalier on the bench, flipping a few back to some fans. Shots 58-22 Athens. They lead it 12-3 on the scoreboard. Mullins up ahead to Spinelli. Gallant takes it away from him. Lucchese battling on the half wall. Have not had a single penalty since period number 1. As the referees blow the whistle dead, nobody heard it with the PA announcer announcing the goal, but with 9 minutes and 11 seconds to go, we'll take another quick break. Breakers trail by 9.
When injury knocks you out, Bienville Orthopedic Specialists will be there for you every step of the way. We are here to get you back in the game, back in motion, back to your life. Our elite team of orthopedic specialists will work side by side with you, educating you about your treatment plan, utilizing advanced technology, and providing you with a successful path to recovery. Bienville Orthopedic Specialists. We will get you back.
We welcome you back around the FPHL. Monroe leads Topeka 3-1 in the second period. Columbus on top of Baton Rouge 5-3 in the third period. Danbury leads Watertown 2-1 in the third. Blue Ridge on top of Twin City 3-2. And Binghamton defeats PD 6-3. Every home team has a lead here tonight. Not something you see every night, but every home team is winning. Milan almost had number 4 on the back post there. Lucchese up ahead to Veilleux. Veilleux hit hard into the wall by Joey Colatarsi. As now Charbonneau's ripped down by Milan, and the Breakers are going to head back to the walk-ons power play with 8:53 to go. So 2 minutes for tripping for Garrett Milan. I'm sure he's not too upset that he's going to have a couple minutes to rest. Already has a hat trick here tonight. As Breakers with a clean win to begin the possession. Patakin at the point, holding. Now gives it for Heitzner. Back to Patakin, his one-timer. Spits free to Bartlett, the wraparound. All the way through the slot back to Heitzner. Heitzner at the blue line. Escorts it looking for Davidson. Davidson. And Pikarczyk converge on the puck at the wall. Patakin rubbed off, and now another shorthanded opportunity for Athens. Van Durken has it taken away. Numbers for the Breakers back into the Athens end. Bartlett closing in, shoots, and it whistles past the goal. Pikarczyk fighting, looking for Kyle Heitzner. Heitzner out to Bartlett. Bartlett down low, looking to center, maybe had a chance for Davidson on the far side, and it bleeds through. Patakin will slow it down. Gets it for Heitzner. Bartlett a little too eager, hops into the zone, and both teams will have to reset. So walk-ons power play for your Breakers. They're 0 for 1 on the night. Athens had a shorthanded goal in their only man advantage opportunity. Here's Carter Thornton. Back for Declan Flanagan. Shots 58-24 Athens. Lucchese off the feed from Flanagan. Up ahead to Charbonneau. Charbonneau backhanding one to the tape of Bartlett. Bartlett had his angle cut off by Devin Maye. Now down low. Chance to the back post for Thornton. Bleeds through. Out to Flanagan. Flanagan shoots. Tipped in front by Thornton and wide. Bartlett. Over to the near side. Charbonneau hold and shoot, and it goes wide on the blocker's side. Bang back down low towards Lucchese. Heitzner back post for Bartlett. Big save made by McPhail. He didn't know where it was. And now here come the Rock Lobsters fresh out of the box. Milan couldn't catch up to that one. Flanagan looking to win the race for an icing. They won't rule it. Flanagan throws down Garrett Milan. Penalty coming with 6:37 to go, and then Johnson's going to cross-check Declan Flanagan, and Flanagan's able to draw the penalty right back, so this should be 4-on-4. Both Johnson and Flanagan will head off for 2 minutes each. 6:37 to go. We're going to have even numbers. Another look at it, the play here. Flanagan just taking out some frustrations there. And Johnson, you certainly can't blame him, sticking up for his assistant captain and the defending FPHL MVP. So both of them given 2 minutes, and a little more ice out there, 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Played back off the face-off to Leonard. Leonard looking for Heitzner. Now Heitzner will shoot it down towards McPhail. He comes out to play it, so no icing. McPhail slapping one up ahead for Kaysen Gallant. Patakin looking to get it to Heitzner, gets it back to Gallant. Gallant on goal, and looked like Pikarczyk might have stopped the puck's path towards the goal. Joe Mack looking to ladle it in front, had it cut off, and Leonard will saucer one ahead for Lair Patakin. Lucas Pikarczyk winding it back to Leonard, pulls to his backhand, creating some space. Here's Fabian Leonard looking to drop it back for Pikarczyk. Now here comes Athens, a 3-on-0 back the other way. Milan on for Gallant, looking for the hat trick, and it goes wide. They were obviously looking to get it to Gallant so it could have a double hat trick in the game, but gets all the way through. Milan now sending it back for Shinkarik. Shinkarik around for Bartlett. And he will skate it all the way back out to center. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Athens out shooting the Breakers 59-25. Rahul Sharma in the contest with another 47 saves. He's averaging over 50 saves a game in his 5 starts with Biloxi. Darius Davidson looking to undress Brandon Walker, but Walker wasn't fooled. Then he gets run into the wall. Milan looking to toe drag around Christo. Christo locks up his stick. A good defensive play down low. Davidson picking up the pieces. Another 10 seconds before it becomes 5-on-5 once more. Inside the final 5 minutes here in period 3. Glukaryov below the end line. Gives it back ahead to Maye. Maye into the skates of Johnson, fresh out of the box. Lucchese steals it and surveys before giving it to Charbonneau. Charbonneau back to work across the blue line. All the way around Johansson, all the way around McPhail's cage to the near side. Hit hard into the wall. Thornton down in the scrum as well. Johnson finds the vacant puck and will skate it back out to the neutral zone. To the far circle he comes. Leonard locked up in his arm. And Lucchese able to pick up the free puck and shoot it in. Inside 4 minutes to go. Johansson cut off by Lucchese. Puck spits free. Joe Mack gives it away to Carter Thornton. Thornton's taken down in front of the blue line by Virgili. Flanagan at the top of the key, shooting one in front. Charbonneau applying some pressure down low. Gets shoved away from McPhail as we head into our final media timeout. Breakers trail 12-3. We'll be back in a splash.
Looking for your next ride? Get more at Matt Bowers Hyundai Gulfport. Every new Hyundai comes with Matt's lifetime powertrain warranty on top of Hyundai's America's Best warranty and owner assurance. No one on the coast offers more, so why go anywhere else? Visit us today during the Getaway Sales event happening now just off Lorraine Road north of I-10. Official sponsor of your Biloxi Breakers.
Shop smart, buy local. Matt Bowers Hyundai, Gulfport.
Ben & Jerry's is serving up true ice cream euphoria inside the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Biloxi. You're sure to find your new favorite among more than 34 flavors. Let us scoop yours in one of our freshly baked waffle cones. Ben & Jerry's at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Biloxi, where euphoria awaits.
.38 to go in our half-shell Oyster House third period. Athens has hung a dozen on the heads of the Breakers. They lead it 12-3. Breakers will be back at it next weekend with 3 games in 3 days. 2 with the Columbus River Dragons at the Columbus Civic Center, and then they will play their final game against the Rock Lobsters next Sunday at 4:05 Eastern. But this will conclude the weekend of hockey for the Breakers. They'll go back to the drawing board this week at practice, and game plan looking to give Athens a better game coming up next Sunday. But yeah, Athens just such a sound team. You can't fault Rahul Sharma either. He's been good tonight. Just some incredible passing plays by the Rock Lobsters that have led to some big goals from some big time names and players. In the third period, shots 15-10 Athens, so not that lopsided. It's just been another one of those quality over quantity nights, and quantities also certainly helped Athens as they win a defensive zone draw. Snapped out to Van Durkin, up ahead for Jesse Lowell. Lowell, quick shot, pad save by Sharma with the right pad. It comes around to Johansson, now sent to the near side. Here's Virgili. Virgili wheeling around inside the blue line, sent back down low, and held for a moment. Van Durkin. Bank pass cut off by Flanagan. Nice look by Flanagan ahead for Heitzner. Heitzner's shot deflected off the stick of the back checker in Johansson, and then off the window. Back the other way, Van Durkin. Quick toe drag release off the feed to Jesse Lowell. Now out at the point, here's Maye. 2.5 minutes ago, Van Durkin slap pass to the tape of Johansson. Karams off of his stick down into the end wall. Christo locks up Virgili. Virgili's had a quiet night. Van Durkin for Johansson. Spun down low to Virgili. Virgili scored his 100th FPHL point last weekend. Bartlett and Virgili lock up in the corner wall, and you get another quick whistle with 2:11 to go in period number 3. Shots are 60-26 Athens, and they lead it 12-3. Biloxi goals scored by Bartlett, Patakin, and Davidson. So a couple new faces and then a familiar one for the Breakers. Davidson hits Shinkarik into the boards. Now Milan in the neutral zone, gives it back to Shinkarik. He had to kick it on over to Thornton, who chips it ahead for McPhail to play. McPhail on to Garrett Milan. Now Milan back through the Rock Lobster at center. Into the skates of Davidson, comes back to Gallant. Gallant at the BMW logo in the far circle, gets it back to Milan. Milan looking for a lane. Shooting one in the direction of Mack, cut off by Christo, who couldn't spring it ahead for Thornton. Now a turnover. Here's Trey Fisher on to Carter Thornton. Thornton shoots. Save made by McPhail with minute 32 to go. Offensive zone draw cooking for Biloxi. See if we can get you some final score updates so you can figure out where you're headed next after Breakers coverage concludes. Monroe up 3-1 on Topeka in the second period. Columbus leads 5-3 in the third period at home over Baton Rouge. Watertown trails Danbury in Connecticut 2-1 in the third. Blue Ridge on top of Twin City 4-2 at home in the third. And Binghamton defeats PD 6-3 at home. A come from behind victory for them. As of right now, it just almost feels imminent that it's going to be Binghamton versus either Athens or Monroe based on what we've seen this season in the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Of course, anything can happen come April, but the way seeing these teams rebound and retaliate and be relentless, it just seems evident that it's going to be a mix of two of those three teams. As another quick save made by McPhail with exactly 1 minute remaining in the third period. The Athens crowd is going to go home happy before they hunker up for a winter day in tomorrow. Ice storm expected to hit around lunchtime, and everybody will be locked up in their houses. Cold weather in the south, let alone precipitation and wintry mix, never a good thing. A lot of two-wheel drive cars, as off the face-off, VU inadvertently gave it away. Now, 52 seconds to go. Here's Milan. Quickly over for Paralat. Paralat slides it by Mullins. Milan back for Joe Mack, looking in front. Now here's Lucchese. Lucchese up ahead to Veilleux. Veilleux looking for Charbonneau. Shoots it in deep. Charbonneau run into the wall by Maillet. And now to Lucchese. Lucchese just flutters one by the glove side. We play on. 23 seconds to go. One last push for the Rock Lobsters. Down into the corner. Mullins sweeps it for Charbonneau. Snapped ahead to Davidson. Gets through to Trey Fisher. Fisher holding with 3 seconds to go. In front for Davidson on goal. Spinelli had a chance to bury it on the doorstep. And as McPhail makes that final save, that will do it. The Athens Rock Lobsters take a 12-3 victory against the Biloxi Breakers. They set a franchise record with 12 goals in a game. The Breakers give up 12 for the second time this season. Final shot total 61-30 in favor of the Rock Lobsters. They take this one by a final of 12-3. We will crash course you through the goal scorers, but not have a post-game show on tap for you. But Athens opened it up with the first 4 unanswered goals. Gallant, Neely, Van Durken, and Glukaryov. Then into the second period, Bartlett scored to make it 4-1. Athens responded with Gallant picking up his second of the night. Then Lair Patakin, 66 seconds later, made it 5-2. That's as close as Biloxi would get, as then a string of 6 unanswered Rock Lobsters goals would commence. Shinkarik, Milan, Mack, Milan, Paralat, Mack. And then finally, Davidson at 10:01 and Milan at 10:25 close out the scoring as Athens wins by a final of 12-3. Claudius with the flag at center, and Athens will go for a lap to salute the crowd as we conclude our coverage of Breakers TV. And on 106.3 Super Talk Mississippi, the Athens Rock Lobsters take it to Biloxi. These two teams will meet once again next Sunday at 4:05 Eastern. Breakers are off the rest of the weekend, returning back to Biloxi tomorrow. Huge thank you to everybody who joined us for our telecast or radio cast, wherever you're listening from here tonight. On behalf of the entire Biloxi Breakers organization, my name's Devin Dobek, the voice of the Breakers, saying so long, and always remember to live the dream.